Nice.
Live. All right. Welcome back. Slippers Podcast, the Anytime We Feel Like It podcast.
we don't have a schedule. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We
I'm
just
your
do
host,
what we can.
Slap, and this is Sleepy.
We're just late to everything.
Yep. So once a month then. Once a month.
Dude. All right, so I was just thinking about this, right?
Yeah.
This is something that shouldn't eat me at my heart so much as it should, but it does.
Okay.
It's like, if I could just go back like 15 years, right?
Yeah.
I could literally rule the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Just making sports bets on the fucking
Sports bets.
N64
Yeah.
video game stuff.
Yeah.
Just knowing that.
Yeah.
Like, who would think that Mario 64 is going to sell for $1.56 million?
All the Tesla fucking investment shit.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
And that eats me alive.
That if you knew.
That if I knew this stuff.
Yeah, dude. Since getting into the investment stuff, like YouTube has been recommending all these videos of like Warren Buffett and all these big guys and stuff. And the question they always get is like, "What's the worst investment you've ever made?" And their answer is always, "It's never the bad investments that keep you up at night. It's the ones you miss."
Yep.
It's like the billions you could have made if you had done what you knew. What you knew enough to do, but just didn't. So like selling Tesla at fucking $100, or not investing everything into fucking Apple and fucking.
It's dumb, man. It's dumb. It pisses me off.
Yeah, dude. You can't let it. Dude, those.
I don't even invest. You know what I mean? I don't even invest. It just eats at me.
Yeah, just even the sports bets. That's it.
Sports bets. Imagine holding on to Super Mario 64.
Yeah,
it's so easy.
Yeah.
Just fucking put it in a room for 15 years or 20 years, however long it's
I
been.
even think the OG Donkey Kong with like the yellow cartridge that goes for
64.
Yeah, that goes for pretty high value as well. Because that was a classic game. I never beat it.
You never beat Donkey Kong?
No, it was so tough, man. It was so weird. You had to
you got lanky.
You had to go to certain spots with certain monkeys to access.
A lot of it did. You needed look online.
Like I was not that good at video games at 8 years old. I couldn't figure it out.
No, you gotta Google it, man. That's what I did every time.
But every time you Google it, like I've had to do that even recently with some of like the Breath of the Wild temples and stuff. And every time it's just the simplest thing that I could have thought of. Like I just forgot I had magnesis or that freeze move.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the simplest thing a 4-year-old to do.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It was made for 4-year-olds, but here I go.
But for the 20 minutes prior to looking up, I'm like, this is so hard. How are kids able to do this?
This doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, it actually might be a good idea to buy. I wonder if you can get like a mint condition, like Zelda here. I don't know if it's mint. $61.99. Donkey Kong $44.99.
There was
like a bad purchase considering they just sold for like 1.56 million.
Yeah, and it's only going to go up, I think, or I would think.
Yeah, man, just hold on to it.
Yeah, there'll be collectible items, and a lot of this stuff you can find it like retro gaming stores or garage sales and stuff.
The key one would be mint.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to find.
Mint condition Donkey Kong 64.
But my buddy Macaulay had a whole phase where he would just look up garage sales for like all this retro gaming stuff.
It would be fun to go like garage. Mint condition is $5,000. $5,000, which
so nuts.
Honestly doesn't even seem that bad though, considering all these games are selling for like $840 million or $840,000 and $1.56 million.
That blows my mind. How does it even get that high?
Stupid.
It's like on eBay, people are bidding that price up.
No, it was like an auction in like Texas or something like that. I was reading. Yeah, crazy.
It blows my mind. What are the games today that are going? Is that even a thing?
It might,
because everything's digital now. You have it like you have the case or the disc or the cartridge.
I mean, they still sell it like hard copy.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's possible to get. But I mean, most of the stuff I buy is digital, just because I
Yeah.
don't feel like going to GameStop or
Yeah,
fucking Walmart or something like that.
Yeah,
Buy
and
it.
keeping those cartridges nice and clean.
Yeah.
Is a pain. And isn't it a thing of scarcity? Like they don't make limited edition
True.
games as much. I feel like, or at least I'm not aware of
Yeah,
limited edition. Like they only made 100 of these kind of God of War. You know, if that were to become a thing.
Yeah, I think it's just mass produced to get it out as much as you can now.
Yeah, and then that devalues it for the people who are hanging out. Dude, our buddies are getting into the card game, right? The old baseball cards
True.
You know, Pokemon collections are going for thousands of dollars.
I thought about getting a Pokemon pack, like a fresh Pokemon pack. It was like $1,100. I was like, you get like 30 packs. I was like, oh, it might be worth it.
Maybe. I mean, you get like one card per pack that's worth like
you get one holographic or something like that. Yeah.
That's a lot of work to flip all that, like.
Yeah. Well, I would hand it off to Mano.
Yeah.
Here, you get 10%.
He's your front man. Yeah, you already got the account, man. Just come on.
Yeah, I would bid TJ and Mano against each other. Be like, all right, who's gonna get the lowest here? 9%. All right, 9%. Let's do 9.
A rookie Otani card or whatever his name is looking pretty good right now.
Let's see that. Rookie Otani.
That's a lot of work flipping that stuff.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of work. A lot of haggling. Like Gary Vee still does that shit. He's like the motivational, independently wealthy speaker guy.
2017 tops. 189. Seem low?
Going up.
Does that seem low?
That's probably only going to go up. This is the year that he's popping off, right?
Yeah.
Relatively unknown until now.
This is going to be my future life is just buying flipping cards.
Hey, man, you can make it a job for sure.
Yeah.
People flip a bunch of stuff. Wasn't it a show, House Flippers?
Something like that, yeah. There's a $600 one on here for 2018. Just weird. 1 year later.
That's a lot of work. I don't know. I want to sit on my investments and just
make money that way.
Yeah, I would like to sit back and watch my money make money. That would be nice, but I am very poor.
Yeah, I was like, you need a whole lot of money to start doing that.
It's been pretty red recently.
Yeah, I don't even like the stock market.
Damn Biden.
Oh, God.
He's ruining crypto, man.
Is crypto taking a hit? I don't even know.
Crypto's been plateauing since its big hit like a couple months ago. Or was that even a couple months ago? Might have been even more recent. But
patience is key.
Bitcoin was at 60 grand. It fell to 30.
Bitcoin's fucking wild.
Yeah. Well, crypto, I have no idea what it is, but it seems pretty cool. It seems like the future.
I think it is the future.
It's got to be, right? I mean, everybody's doing the online banking stuff. I'm getting ads like every day for like crypto cards. You know, Citibank's making a fucking Bitcoin ATM.
Online currency makes sense.
Yeah.
Literally all the futuristic movies are that way, so that's how it has to go, right?
It has to go. I mean, we're going to the Matrix.
Cinema determines our future, essentially. So.
Art imitates life, light imitates art. It's the cycle.
I thought of another thing on the way here, too.
Okay.
As well.
Hit me.
There's one thing I get unreasonably pissed off at.
This is just a frustrations podcast, okay? I'm ready.
Unreasonably furious at drivers that do this. All right? So you got the left turning lane. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When you're turning left. Or a light or a stop sign or something like that.
But specifically not a merge.
Not a merge.
Yeah,
you're not merging, right? It's not a ramp. It's like you're turning left at a light. I get unreasonably angry at people who decide to make a wide turn left. Where they like dig a little bit into the right lane to like
if they're turning into a 2-lane street, they like go from the left turn lane to the wide.
No. Like when before they actually make the turn, right? So you got we're going this way. I'm here. This is a left turn lane. You're turning to like over here, and he like bumps into my lane to make the left.
Like he's driving a fucking 18-wheeler.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you got plenty of room to make this turn. You've got like 40 feet, right? You don't need to fucking turn wide right to go into that lane. You just don't need to do it.
You're in a 4-door sedan. You don't need to swing the tail out.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? That happened to me twice on the way here, and I was just like, there's no fucking way you're doing this, right? You're in a fucking sedan, and one was in like a minivan, and like I've driven both. You got 40 feet. You do not need to make a wide right turn.
For sure.
Like I for the first dude, I thought was like making a U-turn at first. That's how far into like my lane he went. Jesus. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm bumping a Yui, I guess, but he just went in.
What bugs me is that those horrible drivers, I think they think that they're good drivers. Because they're like cutting around people and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I'm the best driver." And it's like, no, you're just taking advantage of how good other drivers are.
You're being a dick.
Yeah, you're being a fucking dick, and everybody's not crashing into you because they're good drivers. Yeah. And on my way here, they're on a space down 202. It goes from 2 lanes down to 1, and I was in the right lane coming up on the 2 lanes merging, and a guy is flying down the fucking left lane to try and beat me to the merge, and I actually have to slow down because this fucking asshole is just gonna careen. If I keep going the same speed, he's gonna like I'm gonna have to push him off to the fucking bumper, and it's like, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's like,
fucking dickhead.
Where you gotta be, man?
Yeah,
seriously. Where you gotta be?
Yeah, and then there was a red light like 100 meters in front of us, so like he's just in front of me now. He just beat me. Yeah, that's as fast as
you should just flash your lights out the whole time. Just flash.
During the day, it wouldn't work as well, but yeah.
Or just honk.
Dude. The honk is very aggressive.
Hold it down.
Ooh.
Send a real message. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to hold it down.
Yep.
Or like beep it every like 2 seconds. Beep. Beep.
Beep. Just super annoying. Dude. Universal human frustration, traffic.
Yes.
It all Bill Burr has been talking about the population issue, and it literally, I think the only reason he wants less people is because of the traffic stuff. Yeah, it always comes back.
Which makes a lot of sense though, because traffic is fucking brutal.
Yeah, it is. It's the worst when especially if you're taking a highway to not that far away, like you were talking about between you and Zook. If that's heavy traffic there, you're just stop and go for
hours.
Yeah, it's
what seems like hours.
What feels like hours. Yeah. I would rather take back roads that keep me going, even if it extends.
You're still moving the whole time.
Yeah, just keep me moving. Nothing worse than just sitting and baking a car in the sun. Yeah,
it's funny too because everyone thinks they're a good driver. You know what I mean?
I don't think I'm a good driver.
Yeah, but we think we're better drivers than the people we're talking about.
Yeah,
true. You know what I mean? Those are bad drivers.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in reality, I'm pretty sure every other person's probably like, well, I don't do that shit.
Yeah. You're not talking about me.
Yeah. Could be me. I mean, the people that we're talking about that nobody knows about. You know what I mean? Yes. They've never admitted to anything.
Everybody's the hero of their own story, right? Or what's that?
Is that the saying?
I think so.
I like that saying.
Everybody's the main character in their own movie or something like that. Something like
that. I have heard that.
So nobody pictures themselves as the guy who just in the background at the bar while the main characters figure out their shit.
Yeah.
Although I do like that it's funny to watch movies that way. To pick out the background person that you are instead of relating to the hero too much. Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm that guy. He's getting
In Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna be very impressed if you remember this part. But at the Battle of Helm's Deep, I love extras that just oversell their 5 seconds on screen. So at the
watch what they're supposed to do, right?
I know, right? Yeah. At the Battle of Helm's Deep, the orcs are storming on that one lane, kind of going up to the door, and the men are holding at the door, and then there's people above throwing rocks down on them and stuff. And then there's this one guy who just has a spear, and he's like, ah! And he screams, and he just throws a spear, and that's his only scene. And I'm like, I'm that guy. Fuck yeah.
I can relate to this guy a lot.
Yeah, man. He just he's a bigger gentleman beard, and he just oversells and spears an orc.
See, but if you don't notice it, on your first go around, that's what it's supposed to do. You're not supposed to notice it. It's supposed to add to the scene.
Yeah.
So he did his job. You know what I mean? We should get that guy on our podcast.
We should.
Yeah.
Open seat to the guy who throws a spear.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Join our podcast.
Extra number 634 of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, how'd you get into that? You know what I mean?
Well, dude, a lot of these, like, they were doing a lot of filming on site, so, like, all the extras were, like, New Zealanders.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, how did you get yourself prepared for that?
Okay.
You had 5 seconds of glory. Yeah, you had 5 seconds of glory. What'd you do to prepare?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jeez, you just practice that thrust in the back.
It's 3 hours doing this.
Should I go high pitch or am I going to go low pitch?
Hey, Peter Jackson, how do you want this? Should go,
War cry.
Mm-hmm. Guy just takes his job too seriously. Love it.
Everything relates back to Lord of the Rings in the end. Take note, people.
We should just have a whole segment and just talk about something and just relate back to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, relate everything back to Lord of the Rings. I bet we could do it.
I think so.
I think we could do it. I mean, most of my life is related to Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who I am in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I would think I'm one of the hobbits, probably.
Like just
maybe Frodo, probably Pippin.
that just seems pretty accurate, to be honest.
Throw yourself next time and rid us of your stupidity. There's so many iconic lines.
Yeah, you guys just recently watched it, right?
No, me and Seabud have been meaning to, but we can't find I have the DVDs here, and like Xbox runs DVD, right? I would be able to.
I think so.
Yeah, I would just have to steal them from my dad because I want the extended director's cut, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't.
If you're gonna watch it, you gotta watch the whole fucking thing.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
Each one is 4 hours long.
I need to dedicate a whole day to this. I want to wake up, have my coffee at 10 o'clock, start Lord of the Rings by 11. You know what I mean? And then stay up to
lunch afterwards, and then a little break before movie 2 during the midday.
Just post up on your couch and just recline the whole time.
Dude, I remember there were ads like when I was looking for odd jobs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find ones that it must have been in my search history or something because it kept recommending. It kept giving me ads like, "Oh, Netflix will pay you to watch like 8 hours of their content a day, for a month, and let you know, and then you just get feedback." And it's like, yeah, that would be a sweet job. That would be a sweet job.
That does sound like a good gig.
That's what I'm doing basically all the time anyways. Consuming content and giving my feedback, just on scrolls of paper to nobody.
Yeah, to people who don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what this is for, maybe. We'll do a critique of new content.
Okay, I'm down.
I did
pick random shit to watch.
Yeah, I did watch episode 1 of Loki recently.
I didn't know you didn't start it.
Yeah. I was kind of so on it. I thought I didn't even watch WandaVision.
I think WandaVision's better than Black Widow.
The movie?
Yes.
What about Falcon and Winter Soldier?
If I didn't have Man Crush and Captain America,
even though he's not in,
right? But the whole just the vibe of being Captain America.
Yeah.
I'd probably say WandaVision was better.
Really?
Yeah. If I didn't, love Captain America so much.
Well,
but
Wanda and Vision were my least favorite part of Infinity War.
Yeah, but it's not really like that.
What they say, the premise was Wanda's psychological coping with losing Vision and the end of Endgame and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if I explain it to you, I'm probably going to have to explain the ending too, just because.
Too much away.
Yeah, not the ending, but I would definitely give away too much. Yeah. That it's the first 3 episodes, you're like, what the fuck is happening right now? None of it makes any sense. And then eventually, once you start digging deep and they reveal some stuff, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Shit.
They tie it together really well?
I think so. Yeah. I think then whoever does Vision is just a good actor.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen him in some smaller roles.
And Wanda's actually a pretty good actress too. Way more than, because you actually get to see them. They don't get a whole lot of screen time. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're just used to them being
and it's a lot of fights CGI stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of dialogue driven.
They're just like it's pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
I mean, all of them are worth watching because we're Marvel fans.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think they're like the greatest shows of all time.
Yeah.
I do think they're better than that Fire and whatever show that you.
Oh, Fire Force?
No. The one you were super hype about when we first started.
Oh, yeah.
Fire and Blood or something.
Yeah. Bone and Blood. The fantasy one.
Exactly.
Based on.
I think all of them are better than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was super hyped. I had to dial back. Me and Seabud got really into it.
Super into that.
We binged it. Yeah, it wasn't that great.
It was like it was 6.5 maybe.
Yeah. And I think it has potential. I mean,
true.
Depending on how the books go, I was gonna get the books and read them, but written by a woman. The books.
Oh God.
Too not soft. As good as J.K. Rowling.
Too soft.
A little soft. I mean, that's Harry Potter's really good, but
Harry Potter books are good.
I'm not really into the whole wizard world. Witches and warlocks.
Not a huge Harry Potter fan myself either.
Yeah, but she did very well. Richer than the Queen of England, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, J.K. Rowling is loaded.
All right, let's check this net worth.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna guess over 10 billion.
10 billion?
Yeah, over.
No fucking way.
Over 10.
As of 2021, J.K. Rowling's net worth is roughly 1 billion.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was way off.
That's why I have this to fact check you, all right?
It was a guess.
Queen of England's next word.
Well, it's probably hard to get the royal families because all of theirs is in weird shit they stole from the Middle East and shit. How do you put a value on, King Cyrus's scimitar?
Well, it said 600 million for the Queen of... So you were right about that.
Okay. All right. That's the stuff that's on the books, though.
Yeah. That's true. And all the human souls she really consumed, to
live that long.
Yeah, how do you really put a worth on that? You know what I mean?
True. Well, that's what they say is Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. They're not the richest men in the world. They're just the richest people we have public guesstimates on. They're like princes in the Middle East that are like trillionaires.
True.
That are speculatively. We don't know how much oil money they've hidden.
Princes of the Middle East.
Dude, there's fiefdoms in the Middle East. It's crazy.
The Middle East net worth. You can Google anything.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Is Google going to give you the right answers, though?
Probably not.
The Chinese.
There's
want us to know.
Al-Wahid bin Talal Al-Saud was 19.1 billion.
19?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, Bezos is worth more than that.
Yeah, he's he got chopped in half by his wife. But
I mean, was it actually half, though?
I think it was half, yeah. Or maybe it was just half of his, Amazon stock.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was actually...
Pure half assets and stuff like that. And guess what she did when she got that money?
She donated it.
Yeah.
Well, everyone gets pissed when rich people don't donate it.
I know, but people are pissed that women aren't more of the richest people in the world. It was that's Exhibit A right there. You fucking give it away once you get it. Come on, ladies. Fucking be more selfish.
There's only 3 people over $10 billion.
Really?
In the Middle East, yeah.
Oh, in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I was there are way more. There's 100 billionaires or, hundreds of billionaires, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying 20 years ago, I could be one of those billionaires.
For
you know what I mean?
For sure. Well, you'd have to go back and start with some capital, You're not going to become a billionaire with placing $100 bets.
I think you could, but
FanDuel.
No, we could though, because you could start hammering, right? Because think about it. So if I got to a bookie and 20 years ago, what was a big sports event that was happening? A big upset.
Oh, you could bet on the World Trade Center's falling.
Oh my God, that'd be fucked up. I'm like that guy from Billions, yeah. Bobby Axelrod.
Anything to make a buck.
Yeah, Bobby Axelrod. Great show, by the way.
I have been meaning to watch that because I love Dan Soder, and he's a side character on that.
It's definitely it's a good show. Me and Kylie are pretty into it.
Nice.
It's good. It's like COVID stopped like the whole thing.
The making of it.
Yeah. But Captain Winters is, he's Bobby Axelrod. So
yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I've seen him. Wasn't he in Band of Brothers?
Yeah, he's Captain Winters.
Oh, that's what Captain Winters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure. I don't think I ever watched the full Band of Brothers. I think I only saw like 1 or 2 seasons because they did Band of Brothers and then they did like the Pacific. Yeah.
I think there's only 1 season of each.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing Ross from Friends as an army guy was a little jarring.
But that was Band of Brothers came out in like early 2000s, so he like was just done Friends and stuff like that. Yeah. Plus, he kind of gets shit on in that show anyway. So
it's got to suck to be typecast that hardcore, you know?
Yeah.
Like he can't get anything other than the good
Ross.
Yeah. You know? Like you're never getting the girl, man. I'm sorry.
He does get the girl though.
I know, but he gets her and then he loses her, and then he gets her and then he loses her. And it's, Ross and Rachel, will they, won't they? Let's tie it up at the end, all nice and tidy.
I fucking hate Friends, so
dude, I loved those shows, like that 70s show and all that kind of stuff when it was on. But going back and revisiting it and like binging it, it's awful.
Yeah.
Hyde is such a piece of shit.
Yeah, Hyde is a piece of shit.
And like you really realize how much shit is recycled and super repetitive and annoying in those kind of shows when you get to binge watch it. Back to back. It's like, oh, they did something like this 4 episodes ago.
I think we've grown out of our like sitcom phase as a society.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's a little sad, but
well, it has to be like a really good sitcom because like the 90s to like early, probably even 2010s, to be honest, was just like if you put out a sitcom, like you'd get like viewers. You'd probably get guaranteed like 3 seasons from like ABC or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like we'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah.
But now it's like you have to be like good to actually get viewership and stuff. I don't know why that is, but that's what it feels like.
Well, yeah, the competition with like streaming sites and things like that. I think
true.
Sitcoms are kind of the way they're built. They're kind of made for the weekly episode instead of like the binging.
Yeah,
like I tried binging Seinfeld and it's
tough.
It was tough, man.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of stuff was really good, and I love Seinfeld. George is
they're great. All the characters are
so
great.
Good.
All the characters.
So, yeah, of course. But like, yeah, it's almost like where they live now is like the thing you put on in the background when you're on your phone on the couch, and then you pick up on like a few jokes. Yeah, as you're just chilling.
Or you're getting like prepared for like the soup Nazi scene, and then you like put your phone down. And you're like, oh yeah, this is a great scene.
Yeah,
I almost feel like I should watching those shows with my imaginary like 4-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're gonna want to pay attention to this.
Yeah, that's a good final resting place for sitcoms.
Yeah,
something to show your
kid.
This
is what we used to watch.
Yeah, this is what the 90s was like.
This built me.
Yeah, okay? this is peak comedy for early 2000s.
And then I show them Always Sunny, and they're like, "You watch these fucking idiots."
Yeah, is Always Sunny considered a sitcom?
Yeah, has to be, right?
It has to be. Yeah. I don't know why.
It's my favorite sitcom. I always classify it as a sitcom.
Yeah, it's our generation's best for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I always thought of sitcoms as like, Jerry's room in a studio. It wasn't a lot of on location stuff in the streets of New York. Yeah, Seinfeld had. They had the restaurant. It was still like very different places-ish.
They had a whole scene where they're driving from the airport and back to the airport. They're going to like a ball or something like that, or a game.
Yeah.
And I think they get trapped with like a KKK leader or something like that.
Yeah.
And they bounce around too, and they're at the bar and Always Sunny for like the majority of it.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely equatable.
Yeah, definitely. Is Curb Your Enthusiasm still going, right? That's got to be one that
I never watched Curb because it was the cringy, like tough, awkward moments, like were too tough for me sometimes.
It was a lot,
and like he's great. He's really funny. You know what I mean?
Yes.
but like it was just like some of them were like so tough to get through. I
Yeah.
think one of the last episodes I watched was they were going to like a dinner party or something like that. And he like didn't take off his shoes, and it was just like fucking like 20 minutes of them talking about shoes and like taking shoes off and stuff. And I was like, "Ooh, this is dragged on for way too long."
Yeah, they get so hung up on these like minuscule.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's crazy how him and Jerry Seinfeld are like a match made in heaven for like. They both are the type of Jew that just like hones in our like, why are raisins like this?
Yeah.
And, like, well, people's behavior around peanuts, you know, it's like such ordinary stuff that they can expound on for fucking ever.
Which is a talent in itself.
It is, but
it's tough watching.
It's tough to watch it for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah. It was just, I remember watching it and I was like, ooh, I don't think I can do the show anymore.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's like clever. It's not like laugh out loud, gut punch funny.
Yeah.
Except for in certain moments, you know, you'll
I mean,
George will explode, or
moments.
Kramer will do something crazy, or you know, they have those moments, but most of it is just like awkward cleverness.
Yeah. And like, I don't think they had a laugh track in Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't think there's a laugh track. I don't know. I don't remember.
I think the laugh track kind of died. You know, there was like the live studio audience thing for, I think Seinfeld did that, and a couple other sitcoms back in the day, but that kind of is fallen by the wayside, I think.
Yeah, but I think the laugh track works in Seinfeld. Maybe I'm just used to it being in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That I couldn't imagine it without it.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't need to tell me when to laugh, but like, I feel like I'm laughing with people sometimes.
True.
Laugh track. That's how I feel with Seinfeld. I feel like it's like a group thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's shows that are funny that like I laugh at like by myself. And it's just a different thing. That I don't think any shows really have laugh tracks anymore. But then again, I don't really watch public television.
Yeah.
So
I was big into Scrubs, and that was one of the first kind of sitcoms that didn't do the laugh track. Yeah, because it's I think it's still technically a sitcom, but it's not.
I would think so.
It's not like in front of a live studio audience. It's shot, you know.
Yeah,
and it's super dramatic. Some of there are some moments that'll make you cry in Scrubs for sure.
Yeah, they got some heartfelt sitcom. Literally, the definition is situational comedy.
Yeah, so that can apply to basically most comedy TV shows.
I was going to say that's pretty much any TV show that tries to make you laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think is the best comedy movie, like straight comedy movie that's come out recently? Because I've been hesitant to say that there's a major slump in that genre.
Well, every comedy movie is mixed with something else now.
Yeah, it has to be a
action
dramedy or some kind of dark tragedy.
Yeah.
You know, it can't just be Step Brothers. It can't just be Superbad. You know?
Well, I don't think we're ever going to see any of those again.
Yeah. Well, it's that sucks.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I just don't think we're ever going to see any. I just Googled recent comedy movies. I'm going to give you 3 results.
Okay.
I'm going to give you Luca, which is a Disney Pixar
Disney movie.
Spirit Untamed.
I don't even know what that one is.
Me neither. And then Cruella on Disney.
What?
Yes. That is
comedy?
That is what Google is defining as comedies.
The ones that I think of are like the only solid comedy movie maker right now is unfortunately Judd Apatow, and it's like
pounds them out.
Yeah, he pounds them out, and they're quality stuff, but it is more of the dramedy angle.
Yeah, there's always another story with the comedy.
Yeah, like there's a depressing tale. He made that one with Bill Burr and Pete Davidson about the firefighters.
Yep.
You know,
King of Staten Island.
King of Staten Island, yeah. I thought it was really good.
I haven't finished it, but I will definitely.
It's definitely not what I'm looking for as far as like, and then what Sacha Baron Cohen's fucking most recent
Borat.
one, Borat 2 or whatever.
Okay, well that one's kind of comedy, but it did have a political side to it.
Yeah,
it had an agenda.
It got annoying that way.
Yeah, knowing that he was like a pretty stout liberal, and then was kind of like going after Republicans, made it be like, all right, well, this is kind of like targeted and like stuff.
Yeah,
but if you didn't know he was like liberal like that, I would have found that way more funny, just because it just happened to shit on like politicians.
Yeah, well, like that's why Borat the original was so good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't overtly political. He was just going into these areas, in the South and taking advantage of sweet people. Like these people invited him into his home, into their home, and he just tortures them with, awkward, foreign, tries to get them to say that like women shouldn't be doing anything besides, shit like that. So
it's definitely
it wasn't so overt, and it still showed like the sweet, humble side or whatever. Like it was more balanced.
Question: where would you put Jackass?
Ooh.
How would you categorize Jackass?
Well, it's definitely a comedy for sure.
Right, but is it straight comedy or is it comedy with like it's like a pain comedy?
It's slapstick.
It's a comedy. You know what I mean?
It's the modern day Three Stooges.
Well, it's definitely. I think it's a step up from Three Stooges.
Oh, for sure. They definitely take it to a whole.
Because Jackass 4 is coming out in October this year. Yes.
Who is still alive and mobile?
Well, apparently Steve-O and Jackass, or Steve-O and Johnny are still in it. So.
Well, yeah, Steve-O's doing a lot better. Apparently.
Yeah. Well,
he's clean.
I saw a TikTok of him. They had a shit cannon. Where they literally had shit in like a fucking like pressurized thing and just shot it in its face.
Oh, dude!
Like if that is all of it, like I'm probably like not going to be super into it because it's not very creative.
Yeah,
throwing shit at someone's face.
Yeah,
but I was like, whoa, that's that's kind of like old school Jackass, but like
it is. But
that was the filler. That wasn't the main thing.
Yeah. They would do some crazy stuff. I would think it'd be really hard to do like new stuff that's still in their lane. Like what haven't they done? They shot Steve-O up in bungee cords in a full porta potty.
Yeah.
Like how do you top that?
I don't know. I'm just saying they gotta find. They're creative enough. And it's been like, what, 5 years?
Jeff Tremaine guy is a fucking evil genius with the torture mechanisms.
Yep. I'm looking at literally movies that are coming out in 2021 and 2020, and literally none of them are straight comedies.
Possible to make one these days. With like the risk is too high, almost.
Oh, did you just get canceled?
Yeah, not canceled, but just like you're automatically controversial.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the actors or the directors have too much risk, but the risk is that it wouldn't be successful because people make it a controversy.
Mm-hmm. People are gonna have an issue with it.
Spin controversy into
being funny
and being super successful. Because if there's controversy, people get curious and they'll go see your shit.
Well, people will have sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man's classified as a comedy.
Really?
Yep. I think I'm over this list. I don't think I can handle it.
Yeah, it's just depressing.
Yeah.
Everything's Disney and everything's kiddie or somehow watered down. I mean,
Knives Out was classified as that.
Knives Out was good.
So was Parasite.
Parasite did make me laugh a few times.
I mean, it had some goofy moments, but it's not a comedy.
Psychotic though. You watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so crazy.
Yeah, like it was like all right, like
I wouldn't think of it as comedy first.
No.
Yeah, like comedy is something that they tag on to these movies later because they have like 3 jokes or a few funny situations.
Yep. Yeah. Jumanji, no.
Mm-hmm.
Men in Black, the new one, didn't see it. Zombieland Double Tap.
Oh, the new one. I haven't seen Double Tap.
No, me neither.
I was impressed with the first Zombieland.
Yeah, I did like that. I don't think it was straight comedy. It was more action comedy. But
yeah.
Didn't see the new Men in Black, but I liked
Chris Hemsworth and Tessa. What was her name? something.
She's Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie. Yeah. Dude, wasn't there a huge thing? Taika Waititi, her, and some other actress got caught like out to dinner somewhere, and they were like all three of them were making out at the same time. Yeah, and it was a huge controversy because Disney doesn't like sex apparently.
Yeah, well, they probably have like this. Dude, Disney like controls their characters like hardcore. They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be these characters in real life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
they gotta be Thor all the time.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Because I saw for the ESPYs, Sam Wilson, or I forget his actor's name.
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony
I like him a lot.
Yeah, he was. I think he's a good dude.
Yeah,
but he's doing the ESPYs and he's like trying to be Captain. He even mentions that he's Captain America. And I was like, ooh, that's a little cringy, man.
Does Disney own ESPN?
Yes.
Of course. Of course. Just so artificial, dude. Like, why can't they just let people be people?
It was. I mean, I was at the gym, so I was like watching at the same time, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go back to whatever's on my phone right now because I was like, it's kind of tough.
Well, like that hosting anything these days was dead. Like Ricky Gervais kind of put the nail in the coffin as far as hosting and being funny at any of these fucking fake ass
and he got away with it because he's British.
Yes, he's British and he's done it before. You know, he's kind of grandfathered in. Everybody knows his shtick, you know. But, you know, like the whole Kevin Hart ordeal, like he was supposed to host the Oscars, but people were like, oh, he made gay jokes in 2010, so you can't. You're not allowed.
That was it?
Yeah. It's like he made homophobic jokes in the early 2000s, and they were like, dude, you got to come out and apologize, or we're not going to let you host the Oscars. And he was just like, give it to somebody else. I've grown as a person. I've apologized for these before. You know, I don't make them anymore. I don't want to deal with it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I give him credit.
Yeah. I respect the hell out of Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
He's not as funny as he once was.
Yeah, it was a good move, though.
Sorry, Kev. But,
he's watching this.
2 of your specials are in my top 5, bro. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing too much. Too many movies with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Well, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's doing a lot of fucking movies too. So
many, and they're not good. They're not good.
They're all like
the
pump and dump movies.
Sole reason he is not even in the conversation of greatest action movie stars is because so many bad movies.
Yep.
Like you're nowhere close to Tom Cruise, Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Nah.
Yeah, I would even put him below Jason Statham, even though Jason Statham has more range. Kind of, he did those like British comedy movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, which I love. Love those movies.
I mean, Hobbs and Shaw was a pretty good action movie.
I did like Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, it was just like ridiculous, like dudes that just
it
never happened.
Every scene was
ridiculous,
made for them to fuck shit up and be funny.
Yeah. And it was pretty good.
They worked pretty well. I did like Hobbs and Shaw. I do have a soft spot for those like action comedies because it's the same reason why I love
the over the top action comedies get me.
Yeah. Like that's why I love those ridiculous martial arts movies.
Like Ip Man?
Yeah, like Ip Man. Everybody's on strings, like doing crazy fights. Like,
dude, Ip Man is sick though.
So sick.
Yeah,
so sick.
Kung Fu movies are highly underrated.
Oh, so underrated. I've been trying to get everybody at the house to watch Ong Bak. It's Tony Jaa is a Muay Thai fighter actor who did a series called Ong Bak. I think there are 3 or 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the premises are all ridiculous, like so crazy. And he literally just goes on a tear, taking out entire mob organizations with his
seen this.
Muay Thai elbows and knees and stuff. Everybody's on, like he's kicking people through walls and stuff. It's fucking amazing.
It's not even like it is. I do remember this because it's not CGI, but like it's like pretty good movie magic that they do to like make it work. I remember,
like they'll have so many. Like one of the more ridiculous scenes in one of the Ong Bak movies is one of the bad guys, one of like the strongest bad guys, boss fight type deals that he faces is on roids, and there's literally a scene where he takes a handful of like roid needles and just like stabs 6 of them into his chest and like pushes them all down, and then he just goes like Hulk mad. And it's like, oh my god, this is so ridiculous, but I love it. I love it so much. I can't get enough. I was just rewatching some like iconic fight scenes on YouTube. I'll just go into a rabbit hole of.
You love rabbit holes.
I love the rabbit holes.
How many YouTube rabbit holes have you gone into recently?
My white fluffy tail many times.
So you got Kung Fu. Did you do the hockey one?
No, I haven't done the hockey one, but I have been doing more sports highlight dives recently with all the playoffs.
I'll give you 2 for sports. How many sports have you
done? Baseball, basketball, and soccer.
Okay, I'll give you 2 for that.
Yeah, it's like 1.5 plus a half.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Ping pong.
You went a ping pong hole?
For sure.
Whoa.
Yes.
What a hole to go into.
Yes. It's tennis. Even like legit tennis, like Rafael Nadal and, because that was a weird one. Me and Aaron got into this discussion where he was like, what would you rather be, a guy who comes off the bench in the NBA or the number 1 female athlete in a certain sport? And I said,
so I get to choose that sport?
He originally said basketball, but it was too, like, I would much rather come off the bench in the NBA than be the top WNBA.
You would make more money
as the NBA.
Yeah.
But I said tennis. I might take
the
top
Serena Williams.
Dude,
Serena Williams,
and you don't have to. Yeah, well, for sure, she's got man strength.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't I'm not saying I would want to be Serena Williams, but like a Maria Sharapova or Anna Kournikova. Fuck yeah.
And they make a fuckload of money.
They make a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
And they're hot, and they get to
oh, you just want to
play
be hot?
tennis. Well, yeah. I would like to stay good looking. I would like to stay good looking through this transition.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be a WNBA, troll.
Brittany Griner.
Oh, Jesus.
Predator.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brittany.
She looks...
We're just kidding.
Well, we're kidding. You do look very young still. But yeah, her face is young, but she has the body of...
How old is Brittany Griner?
She's got to still be in her 20s for sure, right?
I don't know. Brittany Griner. 30.
Ooh.
On the dot.
Damn.
Gotta be 31 in October.
You got pictures of her? She looks pretty young,
on
though,
Zook's
right?
birthday. Interesting. October 18th. I got the same birthday. I'm gonna shit on Zook for that. I'll find a way. This one's kind of weird.
Yeah, that one looks like a mugshot.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, black don't crack, man.
Black don't crack.
But yeah.
And then you realize she's 7'1" or something.
Before we Google this, what do you think the percentage of lesbian players is in the WNBA?
What do I think the percentage is?
Yeah. Well, let's first cover what it is in the general population. It's probably close to like 10% maybe of the female population is lesbian.
Like out and like fully...
well, no. Just lesbian.
You want me to Google that fact too, or do you know that
Let's
fact?
just that's my guess is the general population. 10? Yeah, it's around 10.
I'll say 17.
Ooh,
17%.
Okay. You're gonna highball me, okay?
General
Price is Right
population lesbian percentage. Lesbian per. I guess I definitely could pose this question way better on Google. Images just gave me a chart.
What is it, increasing?
Wow. Are we talking American or are we talking about the list?
Yeah, we'll stick with American.
This one only says American.
Yeah.
4.5.
Wow.
5.1.
Okay.
Women identify as LGBT.
So that's out and about.
Yeah. And that's literally everything by trans, all that. I mean, I would let's just group that all together.
Okay.
5.1. I guess you can't really do trans in the WNBA because that would be kind of. I don't know how the trans rules work in the WNBA. Now we're digging deeper. Okay,
Yeah, we're digging too deep.
All right.
Let's stick with lesbians.
5.1.
Okay, that's general population.
So you want to go WNBA?
Yeah. What is the
This changes my answer.
WNBA?
This changes my answer because I was like, immediately my thought was like 50%, right? And then I was like,
I was gonna go higher.
I was like, it could be higher, and then I was like, well, I think it's sneakily probably lower. So in my head, I was low balling like 33, 35 around there. That was like my percentage.
That's a reasonable one.
Yeah.
I was going to say like 80. let's cut that in half. I'll
They're all just like banging each other. Okay.
Well, no, they gotta find the feminine to their slightly more masculine. Like I doubt WNBA players are dating each other.
Sue Bird is dating someone who's like pretty. I think she might be dating a soccer player.
Oh yeah. Do they have a stat on it?
Getting mixed results here.
Okay. I bet that's it's not controversial to even collect that information, probably.
Okay. So about a WNBA player says that 98% of women in WNBA are lesbians. Wow. That's what a player says.
Okay.
Now on sports.com, which I don't know if that's like a gay thing or not.
That's
what my guess is. 32% of the all-stars are we have. 86% of them on Team Deladon. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know what to know. Oh, she's how like Giannis and LeBron picked.
Oh, yeah.
Deladon is a player apparently.
So we got a 98%. It's a huge window.
That person says it's toxic to be heterosexual in WNBA.
What? Okay, this person's crazy.
Yeah.
I did see something interesting on Twitter, the cesspool of the internet, which I love to wade into every day. I just love bathing in filth. I'm a pig. They said the lesbian community is dying because most women, instead of going full lesbian, are going bi, or like the non-binary, or like the I fall anywhere on the spectrum depending on the day type stuff. Like it's way more fluid and loose than like, hey, I only fuck pussy. It's like nobody's coming out with a firm stance these days.
It's so funny that the women are just the opposite of men in that stance. It's like, I mean,
for sure. Gay dudes love dick more than straight women.
Right, and then if you're a bi dude, you're gay.
Yeah.
Every dude's gonna be like,
buddy, I don't know. Yeah. Seems like you're just, you're fucking pussy for the.
So no
one
makes
fun of you. Appearances.
Yeah, so no one makes fun of you. You definitely like penis.
Yeah, I mean, there are firm stats on women's sexuality being more fluid than male sexuality. Yeah,
I've never looked into it.
Psychological. Well, I have a psychological interest, so I look into these things.
Yeah, you definitely delve deeper into things. That's what I imagine sometimes what you do when you're not working. Like you just like, I ask Seba this all the time. Seba's like off from work. I'm like, what's Nate doing right now? He's like, I don't know. Nate's in his room. And I was like, okay. So my assumption is either anime, which is probably 50% of the time.
It's a good guess.
Or like on your phone delving into something that like you're going to spit out on a random fact. Like 3 months from now when we're drinking, you're just going to like, whoa, I read this on Twitter. And I'll be like, why? How?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Where'd you get this?
I do think I'm taking things way too seriously that people just do not give a fuck about. Like,
what do you mean?
Like
specifically like drinking?
No.
Oh,
just mean like the delving into things.
Well, I think it's kind of funny.
But like nobody cares about.
No, I
don't like in our friend
shit.
group, what's going on in the cultural moment with sexuality.
No, I don't think it is.
Nobody's looking into that. Yeah. I am though. Like
I'm cultured.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure it out. We got a
very intense cultural moment going on right now, and I want to find the answers.
I need answers.
I need answers.
Yeah, it's literally has never crossed my mind to type anything that I just typed into Google. My computer will probably never see that again. It'll probably never see that again.
Until next episode.
Yeah. Well,
stay tuned.
We're going to go back to lesbians again on the next
They come up a lot, dude.
That's true. I wonder how many times we've talked about lesbians on the podcast.
I think this will be a first, but as far as like talked about it in general, they're like 10%.
10%?
Yeah, I'm gonna give them 10%.
Wow. I'm gonna go 5.1.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm very interested in this stuff.
Hey, go for it, man. Whatever interests you.
True. I would like to find some like-minded individuals eventually.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get in a conversation about
yeah,
that.
I do feel bad sometimes when we drink and I bring up these things and you guys are just like I can feel it. When you're like, hey, I'm still your friend. I like you.
I'm going to let you do your thing for a little bit.
I can't care about this.
Yeah, I just don't. My soul says no.
Yeah.
My soul says no.
Dude, like, a bunch of the stuff I've talked about have come up in your lives recently as far as like school and stuff. You've come around on Seabutt's come around on some of the
on school.
Yeah, like the PC shit. I was talking about that for a while, and then like years later, you guys were like, "Oh, I'm starting to notice this stuff in the classroom."
Yeah,
and shit.
But like, what do you want a pat on the back of your
no.
times?
I would like just. Now that it's more prevalent, maybe take it a little more seriously instead of being like, oh, that doesn't matter.
Well, even if it's in my face, I still don't give a shit.
True.
I took that whole thing for that class. Remember, I told him I was
your
Captain
pronouns were Captain America.
Yeah, or I think I might have gone pirate. It was pirate of Captain America. I forget which one. But yeah, like, it's more funny to me.
Yeah.
Than it is anything else. I don't really take that shit seriously.
I should dial it back a little bit. Take it less seriously.
I just do. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I do take it way too seriously.
Yeah, you're like are stout on the side. And you're like, I'll die on the sword.
Oh, for sure, for sure. These people are crazy.
I will
we
die.
Can't let them run the world. Can't tell us what to do.
These people.
Yeah, goddamn. I mean, I'm hanging on to my words, man. The F word and the R word.
I think. The F word abbreviated is kind of okay.
Still okay.
Yeah, like I think that's more funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if someone like came to me and was like, "Oh, you're a fucking Jewish," you know what I mean? I'd be like, one, I don't really know if that kind of works. Nah. You know what I mean? But when you go out like the whole way, it's like adds a little bit more. But when people are like, "You're a fucking Jew," you'd be like, "Well, I am a Jew, so I do some funny things." You know what I mean? I've worn a yarmulke many a times. Okay?
Oh yeah?
Well, for Hanukkah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the only time I've worn a yarmulke. But
I wore a yarmulke a couple times. I went to a couple bat mitzvahs or bar mitzvahs.
I don't know which one's which. So
bat is girl, bar is male.
See, that's how Jewish I am.
See, I'm a cultured individual. I take notice. But yeah, I would hesitate to use the full.
Yeah.
But sometimes it slaps, dude.
It feels good sometimes.
It hits really good. And I don't think it solely means what they say it means.
Yeah, that's what when I tell Kylie, I'm like, "Oh, that's so fucking gay." Like, I don't mean like sexuality.
Yeah,
gay.
homosexual.
I mean stupid.
Yeah,
right? I've grown up for like 10 years of being like that shit. That shit's gay. Not because it's like there's two penises there. Because it's fucking stupid, and I shouldn't have fucking died. All right, that dude should have killed me. All right,
he was playing very gay.
Yeah, it was annoying.
Yes,
all right,
yes.
all right, and that has nothing to do with sexuality.
Dude, that's like one of the. I forget how to pronounce this. I always screw this up. Etymology is like the study of the history of words and their meanings. One of the old meanings for fag and gay is a burdensome woman. So like someone who like drags down the fun,
Really?
Like it's like a way of acting that just like ruins everybody's good time, So I think that is perfect. That is exactly what I mean when I say stop being gay. Like, just stop ruining everybody's good time. Stop.
We're just trying to have fun.
Yeah, we're just trying to have fun. You're taking things a little too seriously. Maybe, you're playing the game you're being a gay.
Yeah.
But I think with retard too, and like I identify with those words. There are aspects of my personality that are retarded.
Yeah.
And kind of gay.
Yeah.
I'm not gay homosexual wise,
No,
but like
you're saying,
I can be whiny.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I can complain and like drag down a good time sometimes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And I'm being gay in those moments.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, it's our word.
Yeah. Dude, it is kind of crazy too, because like with the R word, like all of us guys don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy because like majority of our girlfriends are in some sort of field where it's helping like special needs kids.
Yeah, people with
needs.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I can't even say special needs anymore. I don't know what the term is.
It's so serious. It's almost worse. It's like
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah.
I can't say disabilities.
Yeah.
So
the mentally handicapped.
nope, they're not handicapped.
Yeah, right? It changes every time.
I get tough. I get put in spots, so I just say Kylie's kids. I say your kids. That's just I'm not gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm not being specific, but a lot of our girlfriends like work in that field.
Yeah.
Like
well, like
Kylie, Rachel, Amy.
They're very sensitive to caring and like cultural.
Mhm.
Like we need to help these people. We need to protect these people.
I'm with that too.
But I'm not.
Eh,
Well, like I mean. That comes off as harsh, but
yeah,
like
I mean, I wouldn't go to their faces. And
I wouldn't
you're retarded.
bully them and shit,
Yeah.
But like, there's a principle in taking care of the elderly. If you want them to like still continue on living, you don't do anything for them that they can do for themselves, and they're like anti-fragile. So like the anti-fragile principle is like if you protect them too much, they become more fragile because they're not exposed to any conflict or anything, so they don't learn how to deal with it. But if you expose them to certain conflict or negative things, they become stronger and a little bit more resilient, a little bit more, they fight on for longer.
Well, I wouldn't be able to make a good counterpoint to that because, I mean, the three that we just mentioned, like, do this for, like, their living life.
Wrong. They're being taught wrong.
I don't think you have the right to say
I know.
that. I don't think you have the right to say that they're being taught wrong. You know what I mean? But, like, they could probably make a better argument than I could have.
For sure.
So,
I
wouldn't.
But, like, I'm just anti-safe spaces where they segregate people and say, oh, in here you're not allowed to say certain things, do certain things. Like, that doesn't reflect the real world. So, like, if they go out to the real world.
It's starting to.
Dude, if they make the real world like that, I'm going to go crazy.
I mean, publicly, the real world is that. I mean, besides anybody has
a subway?
No, like anybody who has a platform.
Yeah, online. Online, it's definitely
on TV
making
or anything.
Online a lot like that.
Yeah. Sure. But I mean, the subway, like.
But that's not real. That's not real life.
Yeah, but if you called someone, the F word or retarded in the subway like 10 years ago, like, I might even like laugh. You know what I mean?
And even if it's recorded and people see it.
Yeah, but now
getting too outraged.
Now people are like, "Oh, that guy's just like a complete piece of shit. Like he fucking sucks. Like
he should lose his job. He should not be.
His family should struggle."
But even that is counterproductive because, like, what do you think a guy like that without a job and who can't find a new job is going to do? You think he's going to get better in that situation? Not. He's going to fucking double down and, like, probably start beating up retards in the streets.
I don't know if we go that far, but
yeah. Like, that's,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
he
I'm an extreme guy. Down. I go to the extremes.
Yeah, I was like, it seemed a little much, but I get what you're saying.
But yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I get it. No, I'm with you on that.
It doesn't help anything.
Yeah.
It's very counterintuitive.
Yeah, but I don't have those answers to the question. I don't know what's right and what's wrong. I don't think the diving helps you.
No, it does. It does.
I think you convince yourself that it helps you.
I have better arguments than I did 5 years ago or whatever.
Okay.
And they make sense. They don't not make sense.
Yes, but just because the arguments make sense doesn't make them agreeable or agreeable or anything.
For sure. But if we're aiming at what's true and what's right, I think I definitely need to come a little bit this way, but they're way over here and they need it.
Yeah, well, anybody on the extreme end of anything is just kind of fucking a lunatic. Anyway.
Ridiculous. It's LARPing. Yeah. You're pretending to be a character that lives in this fantasy world.
Yeah.
Of where it has no bearing on reality. Like, I think, politics is all theater. Fucking, all the theater kids are getting involved. Oh, I'll play this character of an activist. I'll play this character of a fucking staunch conservative traditionalist. It's like nobody actually, if they examine, reality, feels that way.
No, I think there is some. There's definitely a percentage that does feel that way.
I don't know. I think because, I don't know if you knew, this story went viral of this black. He was on Joe Rogan. This black guy who sat down with one-on-one with hundreds of KKK members and got them to lay down their robes and stuff and leave the organization. And it's that's what makes me think that all this shit is just pretend. They just want to feel a part of something.
That doesn't make it pretend. People. That's a different thing. That's not pretending.
That's not pretend.
That's just something they want to just be associated with something.
Yeah, but that's I'm saying realism is an examination of who you actually are and what the world is actually like.
Yeah, I mean, neo-Nazis are the same way too. They don't have anywhere to go.
They just don't have any friends.
It's the same with gangs and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's what makes me think it's not really real.
It's
it's real that they'll act on it, I guess.
I get what you're saying. The dedication isn't there for everybody. It's not as
and it's not ground up. It's they get swept up into this weird cult because they just want to feel a part of something.
Yeah. Oh, that happens a lot, dude.
It happens a lot.
Gang members all the time, KKK, neo-Nazis. Yeah, that's just I'm pretty sure that's a recruiting tool for the neo-Nazis is to find people who need help and offer brotherhood and then feed them the ideas.
Yeah.
And
then if you're a part of this, then you have to sign off on all these ideas.
Yeah.
And you value the camaraderie more than the truth of what they're saying or the ethics of what's going on.
And if you're a 12-year-old, 14-year-old dude who's, gets recruited by neo-Nazis, as a Jew, I understand.
If
you have no family,
people,
but you have no family, right? It's just his dad's a piece of shit, drunk alcoholic, his mom's dead, right?
Yeah.
Older brother, whatever. It's just a shitty scenario that you want to put this 12-year-old kid in, and then all of a sudden gets welcomed into the Hitler Youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they give him purpose, they give him direction, they give him answers.
I don't blame him. He can't make up his mind 12 years old. He just wants something to he just wants friends.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then he just gets stuck into hating fucking Jews and black people.
Yeah, and he doesn't even know why he's saying these things.
Exactly.
It's just that he hasn't thought of them deeply as an individual. He's just this is what my group is saying. I want to be a part of the group.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an outcast.
I'm fairly certain that's a technique that neo-Nazis use.
For sure. And I would like to combat that by strengthening individuals.
Good. I don't know if you're going the right way about strengthening individuals. Why don't you just join a youth organization and be a part of the youth organization?
Maybe, perhaps. I don't think I'm very qualified to teach.
Found your purpose.
True, for sure.
There you go. You help kids.
I did think. We had a friend who had a wedding recently, and a part of his groomsmen, he's in the Big Brother program, and one of his groomsmen was his little brother, and I did find that very admirable.
Yeah. He was good, dude. Delaney.
Yeah, Delaney was the man. He threw some rip shots at you, and he's hanging out with the guys. Fuck yeah.
It was good. Yeah, it was good too. Yeah, I mean, why don't you just talk to Zeke about it?
Maybe. It's in the city, right?
I'm sure you can find one around here too.
Yeah, find one around here, most likely.
Maybe not Doylestown, but
not many disaffected youth.
You can come back to my area. There's definitely some people around there.
For sure. I should do something like that.
Look at this. We're a helpful podcast. Make people realize this.
Let's help the people. I'm going to radicalize some youth.
You're like, I'm freeing their mind.
Yes.
2 years from now, when Nate has a cult of 12-year-olds and teenagers, remember this is where it started.
This is where it started.
And I started this.
The cult of the slippers.
Shit.
Slipping in and slipping out. I have been thinking a bunch about. You didn't like that, huh?
What was that?
No,
you keep going.
I do like how innocuous slippers is.
Just
you can use it for
anything.
Slip in, slip out, slippy, slippery. Yep.
Okay,
Work
keep going.
Bunch of ways. Work a bunch of ways. But
You're gonna say something.
I think we covered the PC stuff. I don't want to get more into it and reveal, my master plan for.
You're not one of those villains on the animes where you reveal your master plan.
Dude, I hate that so much because I'm in such a good mood. I'm going to tell you how to defeat me. It's like, shut the fuck up. Stop. You're making it worse. Just
do your thing.
Take the time to actually make it make sense how it should be the competency of the hero that brings them through the day, not the,
you tell them how to do it. Yeah.
Well, you know me. I'm trying to write my own stories.
That's true. Have you worked on that at all?
Not the one that we've covered in a previous episode, the Forged Trinity or whatever.
You have a name for it.
That's the working title, yes.
Okay.
Forged Trinity, something like that.
Okay.
I'm not set on that. And I'm not even set on most of the names of things. Naming it is like one of the harder things. One of the obstacles. Like naming the characters, naming the countries, naming the areas, naming everything.
Yeah, it's almost like you go basic or you just go like.
Yeah, I have to pull from like Latin.
Yeah.
I have to go through another language, try and find root words and shit.
Probably kind of be a cool way to do it, just like go through the Latin language and just like.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a region and culture to kind of use as the foundation to like build off of as inspiration to kind of like have an offshoot because and I'm leaning towards like ancient Middle East Egypt type stuff where ancient Mesopotamia and that kind of stuff because I don't think it's as well known and I don't think it's as heavily used as inspiration for fantasy type stuff because a lot of the fantasy type stuff either boils down to like Christianity, naturalism, or
the Europe.
Yeah, the European kind of slant on everything. But the thing that I rediscovered a piece of my notes on my phone here where I have like movie and book ideas jotted down. So I wanted to run some of them by you.
Okay. This is part of the rating game that we were doing before.
Yeah, you can rate each idea. They're relatively short and just kind of premises. So you can give me your thoughts on some of these.
Okay.
So this one's based off of a dream I had, which was kind of crazy actually.
Interesting.
A civilization surviving in giant underground stone corridors where they mine and forge. They operate large wooden mechanisms that move the materials through a pull and railway system. These people are trapped underground, so their society has devolved into a barbaric caste system controlled by a religion that worships the entrance and exits of the corridors that are guarded by giant man-eating wolves.
Okay.
They receive and give materials through these holes, so they'll mine for materials and then receive food, and perform ritualistic sacrifices to the wolves because they view them as like gods. One key thing that they receive from the outside world, which is on the surface, is women. This is the story of the women's imprisonment and attempt to escape. They fail on their own, losing a few of their ranks. However, they are able to make progress by convincing the leader and subsequently the population to attempt reaching the surface.
It sounds like dwarves.
It does, a little bit.
It sounds a lot like dwarves.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, so the premise is like these young females from the surface. You don't like in the dream. I didn't have any surface world stuff. It was all the women show up and they're imprisoned and used for whatever purposes the civilization chooses. But they have to it's all told from their perspective of trying to escape and convince people that the way they're living is wrong and that they could have a better life on the surface.
Are the dwarves evil? Or they just don't know?
They just don't know. So, are the Aztecs evil for performing those sacrifices up on the temples and stuff? Or they were just acting on their beliefs?
We're not relating this to the real world.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay. But it's a question. Do you think someone is evil if they commit evil acts, even if they believe it's the right thing to do?
Yeah, sometimes.
I would say there are definitely objective evil things, and I would think this story would focus around these women trying to convince people that believe they're acting in the right way to no longer act that way, where they're throwing sacrifices into the wolves and fucking, there's a huge battle where they battle the wolves, obviously, and,
They battle the wolves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kill a couple of them.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Cerberus, guarding the gates of hell type thing.
I'd give it...
To be honest, you can give it a little 5. I'm open to constructive criticism.
No, I like the premise. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I like the whole woman's standpoint of escaping a little bit. I just... maybe.
There needs to be someone involved in the story
that
doesn't know what's going on, so that I can explain what's going on through them. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, yeah. Okay. Or they could be a main character and they convert one of the little fucking dwarves.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 or 4 women, and then the leader of the underground society and his henchmen are kind of the main characters.
Well, it would be better to have a dwarf, I don't know, the dude underground, right, switch, and then have him help the ladies out. The ladies can be main characters, but something needs to switch.
Prison guard first, and then it kind of slowly
trickles into something else.
Trickles into other people. Yeah. Okay. Number 2.
6.
Okay, I appreciate that. 2 brothers stuck in a cyclical hell of eternal death and rebirth, where the betrayal of loving the same woman plays out over many possible worlds. In the younger brother's efforts to get rid of his older brother, he creates something that can follow him through the reincarnation process with the sole purpose of killing him.
Okay.
So, each chapter would be them fighting and learning and becoming better through time, and the whole movie would
I like that a lot better.
8 different lives, in 8 different worlds, and it's they keep running into each other, they keep falling in love with the same woman, they keep fighting about it, and
that'd be tough to do in one movie.
Sure, yeah,
that'd have to be a show sort of thing
to make you invested in each instance, and make it quality.
That'd have to be way longer than a movie or a series.
It might be a book series. But I like the idea of
that's a good idea.
Reincarnation and
I'm with that. I'm with that. Is the woman getting reincarnated too?
Yes.
Well, then you have to have an end story with that as well too. Somehow that all has to tie in. You can't just have people.
I would think it would start off in the vein of the 2 brothers trying to work it out and always ending in conflict, and then end with the woman kind of becoming her own kind of reincarnative hero and making some kind of definitive choice or
there's got to be a reason.
We'd get a bunch from her perspective, but it would start off from her not really knowing what's going on, why are these 2 guys fighting over me, how do I choose between them, that kind of stuff, and then it's her realization of what she truly values, and
and they remember all their lives.
No, but they can be. They they have like recollections or like vague memories or like
okay.
No,
I like
after
that.
a few times they are able to like learn a little bit more each time and become more developed.
It's like 8.2. I like that idea.
Fuck yeah!
I like that idea. That was way better than the dwarf idea.
All right,
I might bump the dwarf down to 5.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
After hearing that one.
Okay. Not so distant future where everyone has only one device and it's a sleek face concealing helmet that allows you to change your face. Also, while wearing the helmet, they have access to everything the modern phone has access to, like, the whole augmented reality. You can see everybody's social medias and stuff as soon as you look on them and stuff. Also, while wearing the helmet, most people choose to live alone and only take off their helmets when alone at home. So it's more of a like story about being able to hide behind an artificial internet version of yourself and being able to change those things kind of at a whim.
You know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of like a filler Black Mirror episode.
Okay.
So, I mean, not like one of those Black Mirror ones that like blows your fucking mind. You know what I mean? But like a filler one that like wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Wasn't
it took
like,
a lot of themes from previous episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be very inspired by Black Mirror.
Yeah. So that reminded me of.
Testing
rank higher than the dwarf. Not as good as the.
I'm glad I started out with dwarves, even though I didn't classify them as dwarves.
Whatever they are,
reminded me of dwarves. Underground people are dwarves.
Underground people who
automatically. It all relates back to Lord of the
Rings. Work with stone and do like masonry shit. Like I immediately thought it was like, oh, Gimli. Where's Gimli?
Sure. All right. This one's short. Superpower teams are assembled to face off against each other in a competition to see who is the best squad to stop nuclear war. Insert world-ending event. So, like, it's basically like a Hunger Games of people who have superpowers to, like, distill into the best super team that could possibly exist to face some kind of world-ending threat. Okay.
Not sold. That's like a 3.
Okay.
Not sold on that one. Fine. I feel like that's been done over and over and over and over again.
But, like, all the superheroes live.
All right. Well, I mean, like, there's different stories that you can go into with that, but, like, it just feels like
a little too...
A band coming together to stop the end of the world. It's like action movie 101.
They have to fight each other.
Yeah, I'm not sold on that one. I don't like that one.
All right.
Even though I'm big into superheroes, I'm just not into that.
Man, not the right time for it. I get it. A story where the main characters are never given a point of view. Reader gets the culmination of snapshot perspectives from individuals the main characters encounter. So it's each chapter is told from an extra's basically perspective, and it's all their perception of
what's happening to the main character.
Yeah, what's happening to the main character.
I think that'd be more funny than it would be like serious.
Yeah, I could make it hilarious.
Yeah, I think you have to make that a funny thing.
Yeah, the extras are like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And then, like, he's like the chosen one or
like,
whatever.
Who the fuck is he talking to?
It's
Why
like,
is he talking to nobody?
Nobody has a wizard friend.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you guys are lying.
If you spun that funny, that would be definitely like a 7.
Okay. All right, I'm going to make that as a note.
Yeah.
Funny.
Because, like, serious, I would just be like, dude.
Yeah, it would be
the
too
main
disjointed, probably.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to, like, get into it as much. This one's kind of sappy. Concepts are given life in the modern day of change, and a chance meeting happens between Misery and Serenity. These beings function as observers of people, so they can't interact. They're walking the earth as humans, but they can't interact or get involved with regular everyday humans because they're a personified concept. Separate from the world of humans, but still walk among them, partaking of everyday life. Misery is quite happy in modern day life because he loves company, and humans are the most miserable beings on the planet.
Stares at the screen.
They are. He encounters Serenity one day outside a coffee shop, watching people merrily in a busy part of town. She sits at his table, and he is surprised to find she looks at him with a knowing eye. They don't know each other, but both realize that they can interact freely, unlike with normal humans.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beautiful woman, but wouldn't stand out in a crowded room. Through playful introductory conversation, they begin to learn more about each other's personifications, fleshing out what each concept means and how it plays out in the world today, occasionally clashing as they work things out.
That one would require
Very artsy.
Artsy, yeah, but like it would require very good writing, very good conversation, and like 2 good actors/actresses.
Yes,
like that,
it's going to be very dialogue driven.
That need to be able to like vibe on the screen or something like
that. Yeah,
that'd be tough to pull off.
Super tough. Did you see? There was a Will Smith movie that I forget the name of.
Hancock?
No. It's a sappy artsy movie where he's a man struggling with the death of his wife, I believe.
Pursuit of Happiness?
No, it's more recent than that. And like, he's a rich guy. He's made a bunch of money, and like this theater group is very invested in trying to get him out of his depression and stuff. So they personify characters like love,
Collateral
death,
Beauty.
Yes. So it's very similar to that idea where, I wouldn't make it as like theatery as that, and actually make these characters like theater people that are trying to, one represents youth, one represents love, one represents death, one represents, and they all have these interactions with him, and he confronts them and is like, fuck you. Why'd you take my wife? Shit like that. And then this is the last one. Humanoid and other super intelligent sentient beings inhabit the earth. The story is about them rediscovering their human creation and where they came from. So like humans are already kind of dead and gone, and it's about them rediscovering the world before they showed up.
You ever see Love, Death, and Robots?
Oh, is that the one with the chick? She like is in a robot and she's like a cage fighter.
Well, that's the first episode.
I think I only saw the first episode.
Yeah, well, every single episode is different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, you got to get into that because that's actually like an anime that I'm kind of surprised I didn't watch. But that reminds me of like,
something like that.
Yeah, it's like a little anthology of just like different stories, but they're like little short stories that are animated, and they kind of like some are funny. Like that one was kind of dark and kind of crazy. It was probably the darkest one. No, actually, definitely not the darkest one. But
I would think the underground society of sacrifice and that could be pretty dark.
No, I'm saying darkest for the episode that you watched.
Oh, the first one was the darkest one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not that you should watch it, and then you'd see what I'm talking about, how that would fit into these stories.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like a little Black Mirror-esque, but in the way that like none of the stories really line up, but it kind of has a thing to it.
Okay.
It's tough to describe. Once you watch it, you'll get it, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I see what he's talking about.
Nice.
Definitely surprised I didn't watch that though. That's kind of weird. I feel like the anime game.
Yeah, watch. Well, it's not really an anime, right? It's
like a
live action CGI stuff.
No, it's all animation.
Yeah, I'll have to revisit that then. Because I did like the first episode.
Yeah, I mean the first episode
didn't really understand much that was going on because
they're short, like 15-minute episodes.
Yeah, and they don't expound on things; they just show you it.
Yeah,
what's happening.
They're not. None of them go into like hardcore depth.
Yeah.
So you won't like. You're not gonna get dedicated to a character.
Yeah.
But like some of them are very good. Like, there's a murder in one, and that one's probably my favorite one. I don't want to go into it.
Is it a detective thing?
No, it's kind of
how the murder happened.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It kind of relates to one of your stories a little bit, actually. Okay. But yeah,
it's very hard to come up with a completely original story, man.
fucking impossible.
Yeah, well, it's not like your story. You know what I mean? Like it has some similar
Loose
things to
thematic.
it. Yeah, very loose.
I gotta be real quick. I'll be right back, people.
All right, word.
Stay tuned. Jake's gonna take you on a journey.
It's a lot of pressure you just put on me.
Well, yeah, you did it to me a couple times.
All right. Let's check out this Twitter thing that keeps talking about. Oh, I have to sign up for it. See, this is generally the part of the episode where I would just edit it out. So, speaking of that, let me log in here. I also start to realize if you are good at talking to yourself or if you are not good at talking to yourself. And I don't think I'm great at it, but I can maintain something. I'm going to start logging into what you sent me. I logged in one time.
Oh, to the YouTube page?
Yeah. So I was just like, we could literally just edit this out.
We could. Yeah, they'll give us the option. I remember once we stop going live, it puts us into the studio.
Mm-hmm.
We're not editing gurus yet.
No, I'm going to get there, though. I'm going to get there.
We'll pick it up eventually.
We'll make it nice.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Make Copper 64.
My hair fucking sucks right now. You ever have a bad hair day?
Never once. I don't know what that is.
Never once. You never once paid for drugs. Not once. Dewey Cox is an underrated comedy genius movie.
Yes, it is.
John C. Reilly without Will Ferrell kills it.
Yeah,
absolutely destroys.
People say that he needs Will Ferrell. I disagree.
No way, no how. I even liked him in Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of weird, useless character, but like...
Yeah, he didn't play much of a role in what happened in the story, but...
Yeah, I just thought it was so fucking weird. It was just like... He was just like an old dude that just happened to be there. And
yeah,
like,
survived some, like, what, Vietnam airplane crash or something?
They communicate with Kong. And it's like, oh, okay.
You've been living here by yourself for how long?
Yeah, you sure you're good, man? All right. Nice. Let's see if I can get on. It says we're live right now.
Yes, we are.
Wonder if I can get on.
Broadcasting live.
Wow.
To those who are listening. Shout out Liz. Shout out Sean. Shout out to the Lulas. Thank you for subscribing.
Oh, they all subscribed?
Yeah, my sister's friends. Don't listen to this with any, great detail. I don't want you thinking of me differently.
Oh, well.
But, yeah. Cheers.
Analytics. I gotta dive into this and figure out how to...
We do need to figure out how to go viral, for sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, part of going viral is like having good editing and like making sure it like it like looks good, sounds good,
digestible clips.
Yeah,
we're not going to go viral off of 3 hours of pontificating. Although that's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, you just like pontificate. You just like saying the word pontificate.
I do. I like that. Yeah. Fondle. I like that word too.
Wow. All right.
Fondle.
Getting
frisky?
Getting very frisky. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to this. I don't know. You chose a very poor tech guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You chose the least techie tech guy.
Well, I mean,
compared to our friends. Yeah, I was going to say, compared to our friends, like, I guess. Like, I play video games, so I guess it makes me techie.
You set up a stream? A live stream?
I did a stream going, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I plugged the camera into my Xbox and, turned on Twitch. But, yeah.
I mean, that's basically what we're doing here. We just plug the mic into our computer.
Yeah, I got to find a way to edit it, though. There's no like editing.
You should be. I think the way YouTube works is they allow you editing in the studio before you publish the video. So once it's published, I'm not sure we can edit it unless we download the file and import it into a software. But if we want to do the editing through YouTube, it has to be before we publish the whole video. So with this one, if we want to, once we stop going live, hit end stream, it'll put us into the studio, and then we can edit out that chunk where I'm peeing or that kind of stuff.
Well, that's what I would do. I would go in and edit it so we can make it look good, and I can get myself some clips that I can post and stuff like that. So that would be nice. Because like when I hit edit, it just gives me details and then analytics, and like.
Yeah, it's like edit for the page, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really go into editing the actual video. So I guess I'll just stay logged in and kind of fuck with it a little bit and just click some buttons and stuff like that and see. I don't know. Maybe I just make everything blue or something like that. I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad at a blue theme. I love blue.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here because definitely gotta figure it out. Just maybe take a nice little rip of the Penske and just kind of fucking just dive in.
Oh, you got a pen?
Not on me, but
oh damn.
Yeah.
Fucking bum. Bring it to the house next time. We're in the stewed.
And just
you can do whatever we want.
We're in the stewed, yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure my mom is subscribed.
Yeah?
Yeah. My mom, my brother, my sister's friends, some of our friends.
Yeah, I saw Garv was subscribed.
Yeah. He's probably watching this from Croatia. Shout out Garv.
I hope you're having
Shout
fun,
out
man.
Riggins.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed your family didn't invite me, but whatever, dude.
Dude, his family didn't even invite his fucking girlfriend of 3 years.
I'm more important than Amy, all right?
Oh, man. Dude, I don't know if this should be a public conversation, but...
all right, well, then probably shouldn't say it then.
No, we're going to get into it.
All right, that seems...
Not let it... But,
this is why you have an editor.
True. This is why I have...
You need a life editor, man. That's what you need.
For sure.
You need a life editor.
Someone to just, it's like...
That's
what's that thing they use to catch wild animals? That, like... thing they put around the neck and then they can choke up on it and like
I know it was like a noose thing.
Yeah, it's like a noose thing. I need one of those. Anytime I like raise my hand or like try and insert myself into a conversation, it's just like it drags me back.
Yeah, when you see the idea, it's working in here and it works this way. You know what I mean? You just gotta imagine the noose just
it needs to come out.
And it's like no, come back.
I have talked to them about this, so they're not unaware. I don't think anybody will be surprised by this except for our viewers who are not as caught up on this situation.
Dedicated to our drama? Okay.
Yeah, I went to Garv's dad had some people over for a pool party maybe a couple weeks ago. 4th of July. So it was the weekend after the weekend of the wedding, just Monday when everybody had off or Sunday. Mm-hmm. And me and Amy both went as like Garv's guests or whatever, and one of his I don't know if it was his aunt or just like a cousin's wife, like introduced herself like, hey, I'm blank. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, roommate, girlfriend, we're here with Matt. And she was like, well, if you're not, just his roommate or girlfriend, you could tell me. And we were like, huh? And they were like, well, it's 2021, anybody can do whatever. Like insinuating that we were like a throuple or whatever they call that. Like I gotta establish some distance between me, Amy, and Garv because I am being lumped into their relationship left and right.
Yep, you're just like the little thing.
I'm the third wheel, constantly in that relationship, and I don't know what to do about it.
That's funny
because Amy's fucking cool, and I love Matt's pool.
Matt's all right.
Yeah, Matt's great.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's such a weird thing to insinuate when you meet somebody, too.
I know, right? Like, what vibe were we giving off that she felt comfortable to say that?
Did you guys just meet her? That's like
that was the first time. First time.
That's super
She was there with her husband and kids, and she was like, "Well, you guys can do whatever you want."
You're like, "Thank you."
Yeah, we kind of knew that.
Thank you. Yeah.
But
aren't we the more liberal generation than you guys are? We know that. We know that.
Yeah, but
you just keep telling yourself, "I know that, right? I fucking know that
for sure." We can do whatever we want.
Yeah,
but maybe we don't do that.
But we don't have to.
We don't have to. Yeah. Well, I think it was because since it was Matt's dad's party, Matt had to go mingle with a bunch of other people, and
so you guys got stuck together.
Yeah, me and Amy got stuck together.
Yeah,
and then they were like, "Oh, are they dating? No, they're dating. Well, maybe they're all dating." And it's like, whoa, that's a pretty big leap.
That's what old people think nowadays. You know what
really?
I mean? They just go to the extent the 5,000. You know what I mean? When I bought the dildo for our fantasy league, you know what I mean?
Yes.
We have an 18-inch giant black dildo, right?
Giant, veiny, throbbing bastard.
It's a sight.
It's got a name too.
Yeah, Donnie.
Adonis.
Anyway, my dad immediately assumed I was gay. I was like, "Dad, do you think I'm fitting an 18-inch giant black dildo into my ass? And that's what I'm doing?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, so I'm okay with anything if your life choices that you choose." And I was like,
"Dude, every parent is trying to find the best way to approach that conversation if they need it for their child. It's like they've been told that they need to prep for their child being gay."
I know. And I was like, "Dad, I've had 2 girlfriends." I'm like, you've
met
them both. You've met them both.
You met them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've caught us doing some pretty nasty things.
Yes, we don't have to go into that part, right? And I was like, there's just this isn't even practical. I'm pretty sure people literally can't use this.
It would do irreparable damage.
Yeah, yes, it would.
For sure.
We've permanently scarred.
We've only just whipped it at each other, and it leaves bruises.
Yeah, I got hit in the dick with it one time, right? And I went down. I cried.
I felt very bad.
Yeah.
In that situation, it was at a barn party. Friend's girlfriend got a little too comfortable.
Well, I was putting it into Laura's face.
Okay.
Right? Because that's what are you supposed to do with a dildo, right?
Yeah, you're not hitting her with it. It's just
Yeah, I'm putting it in your face. That's funny, right? Yeah, and I get turned around and I get a fucking roundhouse in the nuts.
Dude, took you out for a solid 20 minutes.
It's 20 pounds of firm rubber.
For sure. And it whips. There's enough give that it
Yeah. I cried. Oh. I went to the Garza little pond and I just pondered life for a little bit. I was like, what if I lost my testicles right there? Because I just
testicular torsion is a nightmare.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
I feel like we knew 3 or 4 people in high school that got testicular torsion and had to get surgery on their nutsack.
It happened to Barrett McQuarrie on our bus from lacrosse. Yeah, it just fucking.
Tell me about it in science class. 10th grade.
He was telling you about it?
Yeah, because he was had to sit on a donut or whatever. I was like, "Yeah, what's all that about?" He was like, "Oh, I got testicular torsion." I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "That's when your balls get tangled up."
Yeah,
and they can't become untangled, and it just hurts all the time. Just nauseous 24/7.
My legs are like Jello right now. Thinking about this. They're Jello.
It's awful.
It's haunting.
It's awful.
I don't want to.
Women don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, with childbirth. Come on.
When have your ovaries ever gotten twisted, huh? Fucking makeup's a problem. Ugh. You don't know our struggle.
If you ever tried to sit down with nuts, right?
Yeah. Loose boxers? You ever sit on your own nuts?
Briefs. I'm a briefs guy.
Yeah, but you have to go briefs.
Yeah.
The boxers are done. They're over.
Somebody mentioned that they're a boxer guy. We were in our friend group. I forget who it was. We were berating him.
Oh, dude, zero support. If you do anything active, you're just, they're knocking around cue balls.
Wear shorts, you know what I mean? Without any underwear. You know what I mean? Just do that.
I am way more open to the idea of going no underwear these days. I used to be terrified of the zipper situation, but
zipper 100% wearing underwear. I'm talking
gym shorts. Gym shorts.
I'm rocking gym shorts, just chilling, free balling right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Free balling.
Okay.
I'm not doing it right now. I'm saying but if I'm at my house,
for
chilling,
sure.
I'm free balling.
True. Seatbelt's getting way too comfortable at our house.
Seatbelt's gross, man. I've lived in seatbelt for 3 years.
Did you caught him naked? Ever?
No, not naked. No.
He walks from the shower to his room, butt ass naked. In our house.
Is he trying to pull an alpha move?
I mean, he's got like a towel or a piece of clothing on the front, but the back's wide open, dude. It was the first time it happened all year, but it happened, recently. I was like, yo!
You're like, dude, you don't even shower with soap.
Yeah, like he'll come down to do laundry in his underwear, and it's not like supportive of.
No, he's always been like that. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's weird. Huh.
I mean, house full of 4 dudes. You're gonna see some
ass cheeks are gonna be
you're
out.
gonna see some ass cheeks. You're gonna see some bulge.
Mm-hmm. And there's gonna be ball sack probably.
Well, I mean, we haven't had that moment yet.
TJ's.
You're in. Well, TJ doesn't count. Come on.
She doesn't live there.
He doesn't live there, and most people in the Doylestown area have seen his balls. I'm pretty sure.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's not a.
They've been on your face.
Not by choice.
Had to bring that one up.
Yeah, I actually do hate that shit, by the way, because I would never do that to somebody. I would never do that to somebody.
I just wanted to get you
riled up. Well, like even like the like college rule of like if you fall asleep with your shoes on, people draw on your face or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like
but it was funny. It was funny when you're 18. Now we're 20.
I didn't think it was funny.
It's kind of funny.
Maybe it's just because I was the one always getting drawn on.
Well, that's your fault.
But yeah,
it's kind of funny though.
Dude, they fucking drew on my dick once.
Yeah, it was weird, but that was also chicks.
Yeah.
So not as weird as like if we just took your pants down when you fell asleep and started drawing on your dick.
Yeah.
That'd be a little weird.
It'd be a little weird.
Be like,
I don't know if I'd be able to trust you guys.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Are we friends or what's going on here?"
Yeah, that was a chick.
Yeah,
which is so weird.
Hey, take it as a compliment. You want to draw on your penis? I don't know.
It wasn't the best. Like, there's a video of it, and it was not the best showing of what I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was mostly balls.
I got it.
It was 2/3 balls.
2/3 balls.
2/3 balls.
Did you on your balls?
I made those balls. She finished what she could.
And it was cold.
I was in a sweatshirt.
The window was open. You know what I mean? It's cool shit. Yeah. We're all gross. Not fucking porn stars out here.
And I have a hard time getting enough.
I haven't done any research into it, but I'm not a shower, so.
Yeah, most of my chicks.
Yeah.
There might be a few, people are shower.
Yeah, but if you start talking about it, then you're definitely not a shower. Get out of here.
This is the gay portion.
Well, we've reached the end where we've been in here for like almost 2 hours in the same room. So it gets to the part where like
we're struggling for things.
Not even struggling, we're just everything's you're just in a different universe. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I'm still trying to figure this fucking thing out though.
No, like editing the videos.
Yeah, I think we might just have to end it, and I kind of like want to.
Yeah,
for me to actually
have
do
to
anything.
be a preemptive thing.
Because I do want to get some editing. I want to like practice editing and like kind of like
it would
feel for it.
An invaluable skill to learn.
What if I just become an editor for like Tim or Nick? That'd be fucking hysterical.
Oh, that would be crazy. I think it would be hard to do. They love that Whips guy or whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up Whips. I've never seen Whips before.
Yeah.
That's Whips.
You got a picture of him?
There's a bunch of different pictures now that I see it. So.
Are we even sure how to spell it? Is it WHIPS?
I think it's just WIPZ.
Oh. And like he works for a company that they hire, right?
Yeah, I don't know which one's which. So.
Yeah, that's a bunch of different nerdy looking dudes.
Yeah. So it's got to be one of them.
Yeah, gotta be one. That's gotta be a pretty sweet gig. I mean,
it's probably a lot.
Production people are like the people who do the editing and stuff. And they're underappreciated. I feel like in the industry because they do a fucking lot. Well, like most of a movie is editing.
Yeah, but you can say the same with like music producers and stuff like that. You got like the only one I really like know that's super famous is like Dre.
Yeah, and I feel like most artists try to at least become their own beat guy, you know. But like making a 2.5 minute beat is probably way easier than editing a whole fucking movie. They need an entire crew. There's like 3 hours of extra.
Yeah, probably
stuff that they film.
I mean, you can get one dude
cut down, and
you can get one dude to fucking do a song. You need
you need a whole crew for a movie. Yeah,
well,
especially one that's huge, like the blockbuster ones.
Yeah,
like that's a whole studio behind making it all work.
All right, I think it's time.
Are we done?
Well, this is probably our longest podcast.
No, we haven't even had 2 hours. We've done 2.5 before.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying. I am searching for things.
I'm gonna take this though.
All right. I'm gonna hit the cast listeners with some jokes, some joke ideas, some premises. I am an aspiring comedian that doesn't get up anywhere these days. What do I want to open with? Superhero movies are like porn because they just keep getting more and more ridiculous. And you can fall into a rabbit hole of wanting more and more ridiculous scenes of totally unrealistic representations of how to be. No punchline yet. A lot of these are lacking punchlines, which is a problem. Probably one of the key things to have if you're trying to be a comedian is punchlines. I had a pretty perfect childhood, which begs the question, well, then how'd you become such a piece of shit? And to that, I say, is it better to be born a piece of shit or to become one through great effort? Well, Skyrim and inspiration for that one. If you played Skyrim. The problem with the presidency is that anyone who would be good at the job doesn't want it. It's a shit job. Fucking sucks. Obama, Trump. Feel sorry for you guys. Remember the movie Gladiator? Marcus Aurelius comes to Maximus and tells him that he will become emperor when he dies. And Maximus says, with all my heart, no. Aurelius replies, don't you see that is why it must be you?
That's
not a joke.
Is that a laugh track, please? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not even a joke. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I thinking? Stupid.
I want to go back and listen to some of these jokes.
I opened with superhero movies are like porn.
Okay.
Because it just is getting so ridiculous. Like you'll see scenes in Avengers Age of Ultron where like Captain America is doing some of the most acrobatic things you've ever seen, but it's like completely unnecessary. So like they just keep trying to one up
crazy dances.
Yeah, and that like with porn, it's the same series. It's like you start off with just two random people fucking, but then you just keep going deeper and deeper into more ridiculous scenarios and trying to get it more and more ridiculous. All right, that's probably like a 4.5 on the scale.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give you a whole lot of credit on that one.
Yeah, these are some of my older ones. I've grown as a comedian. I'm sorry.
the term respect your elders came from a time when to be old meant you earned it. You lived through wars and not by being a coward.
It's just
nowadays old people are just fucking useless.
Okay. I was like, that just kind of seems like words of wisdom, but the joke there at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's fucking crazy. I don't even know if I believe in this one anymore, but I feel like 60% of sex in the animal kingdom is rape. You ever see those nature shows? It's always like the female rhinoceros is grazing on the plain. Little does she know a young bull is in heat is approaching from the south. And then he just mounts her, and it's like a contest. If she's able to shrug him off, his genes aren't worthy to pass on to the next generation. But if he's able to do it, it's like the test of whether or not he's able to be successful. I mean, I saw one where a group of male rams were chasing down a female, and the strongest one had to simultaneously keep her in his sights while fighting the others chasing her down. It's almost like rape is the bar in the animal kingdom. So what I'm trying to say is all the guys who should be having kids are in jail right now, wasting all their good genes on the backs of other dudes.
Whoa.
Crazy.
That's it's
maybe not a laugh, but maybe just a like, what the fuck?
Yeah, maybe like this guy. I don't know if this guy's got it or he either really has it or.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be a public.
Well,
public
yeah, but fuck the public. What do they know?
Well, there's people who kind of like make you famous.
There's a lot of guys who found success outside of the industry, right?
Do I know them?
Bill Burr. He's not
Yeah,
an industry guy.
yeah, and that's pretty close.
Nick Mullen. He's not an industry guy. He's got a podcast that's worth millions of dollars.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's what we're going for.
Patreon. Coming soon to Patreon, the Slippers Podcast.
Isn't that a platform?
Yeah, it's a platform.
Yeah, well, man, we're just trying to get on that.
Yeah, we should eventually do one. Like a lot of the podcasts they do one public episode and one Patreon episode.
Oh, it's like different episodes.
Yeah, so they'll do like 2 episodes a week, one on YouTube and like all the public free platforms.
I would be down to do this more than once a week, though.
Yeah, I mean,
well, no, that's the thing. Here's what I was thinking. I was taking a piss. I think it's more effective to do less time more often than more time less often.
I would agree.
So like doing it more and more, instead of just banging out like 2 hours, you could do like hour here, half hour, and then like another hour or something like that. We actually get more content doing it more often.
True.
Instead of sitting in here for like 2.5 hours.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not because we couldn't sit in here for 2.5 hours, but it's just like I just would feel
it's not like the most consumable or reliable.
Yeah, like who
the weekly stuff. People like having the structure of an episode's coming out on Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. Like Spittin' Chicklets is a Barstool hockey podcast, and I struggle to get through that because I mean Whitney and they're all like funny dudes. And Brittany and like fucking I can't remember his fucking name. Bissonnette. Look, they're funny when they talk hockey and it's entertaining, but it's also like 2.5 hours. I don't think I've finished one in like years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get to their interview and they have great interviews with like old hockey dudes.
And stuff.
Yeah. But like it's just so fucking difficult to get
through. It's a lot. It is a lot. I haven't watched a full Rogan episode in a long time either.
That's what I'm saying. So I think like breaking it up would probably be a little better.
Yeah. And Barstool, we are open to contract deals. Please.
We don't bring a lot to the table yet.
Yes, but we are top notch.
I mean, if you think about it, now's the time to actually get in. You know what I mean? This is like Apple 1981. You know, here we are.
You could sign us for a few $100,000 a year. Don't wait until we're worth millions.
You could sign me for $50,000 a year. You know what I mean? I would sell myself for that. $50,000. Fuck yeah.
an incentive-based contract that
only gets
based
more
on views and subscriptions.
For sure. You know what I mean?
Dave,
Like,
we're open to negotiations.
I'm not going to pimp myself out that easily.
Open to negotiations. And we can be sports, but we're way more than sports.
Yep.
Way more than sports.
Yeah, way more than sports.
What's the cover the dork angles?
Isn't there a
if
saying?
You want to expand your platform.
There's a saying for a sports thing that's like way more than sports. I'm gonna look that up right now.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
No.
Baseball?
Way more than sports. Where is that from?
Well, they are expanding. I mean, Roan and Lil Sasquatch have a podcast on their platform called "Son of a Boy Dad."
Who? Roan and
Lil Sasquatch.
I don't know who those are. Who those guys?
They're both Marshall guys, and they started a podcast, and they're just literally talking about
Nothing.
Nothing. The same thing we're talking about. But it's pretty good. They're both funny guys. You know, both are weirdos.
Well,
Roan's from our area. I think he went to Archbishop Wood and became a viral internet sensation through battle rapping.
battle rapping?
Yeah, man.
That's badass.
And yeah, he's actually fucking sick at it. I don't know how much he does these days, but I follow him on Twitter and stuff, and he'll make these 10-second videos where he'll battle rap his dishwasher. You know,
his dishwasher?
Yeah, it's so stupid. But he just starts going in on his dishwasher and the battle rap fucking cadence and stuff.
Yeah,
it's really funny. Shout out Roan. Shout out Lil Sasquatch. I've been told I look like Lil Sasquatch. You guys are fucking weirdos, but I love you.
I mean, we're fucking weirdos too. So.
Yeah, I can't not be a weirdo. It's very hard not to be.
I mean, when you're born a weirdo, you're just weird, man.
Yeah. My environment dictates that I am a weirdo.
No, you dictate the environment and make it weird.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad at that.
You take that environment, okay?
Okay.
And you make it your own.
Yeah.
Embrace
Manifest destiny.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
I'm installing software right now.
Did we have the free will conversation on here yet?
I think we did a little bit when we were talking about
the simulation and stuff.
Right. We kind of got into that a little bit, but
that was one of the arguments we've had in the house recently.
Really?
Was
free will.
Yeah, Aaron said that he thinks a key factor of what defines a sport is that there's no chance or luck.
A sport?
Yes, as opposed to a game. You know,
there's chance and luck that involves in every sport.
That was my position and everybody else's position in the house.
Okay,
except for him.
Well,
so he believes in
choice,
complete control over mistakes and abilities. So if you miss a shot, it's your fault. You know, you have complete control over your body. You should be able to make one. If it was through the vein of basketball. And then later on in the conversation, he says he doesn't believe in free will, which is a complete contradiction to what he's saying of complete control. So either you have complete control or you have no control, which is no free will.
Yeah.
So I blew up. I did a very bad job of keeping a calm head. And
sometimes you do that.
Well, you know.
Sometimes you have to. I get it.
Yeah, it's very hard to reach him.
Well, that's a tough take.
With logic and reason.
That's a very tough take. But also, he's pretty thick-headed, so he likes to believe in what he likes to believe in. So
for sure.
But so are you. So.
Well, yeah, but I'm a little more open to reason and logic and.
I think you listen better.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, I think you listen better.
I'll take that. I've been told I'm a very poor listener from every girlfriend I've ever had.
Well, yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
I'm saying stuff that you're already interested in and talking about.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then you can listen and you're kind of open to things.
Yes.
But yeah.
I do need to be in the mood to listen.
Yeah, you gotta lube me up with conversation a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, can't just go in there dry.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta warm me up first.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. You're really gonna make me drink all 4 of these, huh?
Yeah, well, hey, man, I'm trying not to drink.
Let's keep the episode going until I finish this. I got okay. People stick with us. You know, we're a roller coaster over here.
Yeah. I'm trying to download this software, so that's what I'm working on.
All right.
If someone who watches this knows what they're doing, I would appreciate somebody reaching out. That would be great. Because I ain't got no fucking idea what I'm doing. Pretty sure people like go to college to do this shit. And yeah. Oh, I might have to download it from... I'm going to try doing that.
Okay.
I might have to download the video and then upload it into this thing.
Yeah. That's what I found as well. I chose YouTube because it seemed like the easiest record and upload situation. Even though YouTube might demonetize us because of our radical views.
Yeah, well, you know.
Censorship is bullshit.
You got to be to make a name for yourself, you know what I mean? You gotta be out there. We gotta game the algorithms. But you know, 2 hot and sexy dudes talking about ridiculous things, life, and you know the things that most people deal with. Yeah, I would think. Touche.
You know, we can game the whole system.
I think we have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Once you figure out this editing,
we're at the top of the mountain, but we're only halfway up. That's a Dr. Disrespect line. Check him out. He's awesome. Do you keep a journal with anything? Or even just like a notepad of stuff? Like ideas, dreams?
Not really.
Like that?
No. Not really.
Sports events?
No, I don't really write much things down. I mean, actually, I do have a journal of our podcast.
Really?
Yes.
Like things that you want to talk about?
Things that we have. Past ideas, things that we can talk about in the future, other things like that. I wrote down best man speech.
Nice,
it's a little different,
dude.
But
by the way, at the wedding, this guy was the best man.
It was. I stumbled a little bit, but
Mike's discipline was
not there.
Yeah,
because I was going away, and then
it
was so fucking loud.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but you got to realize that you're playing for the whole room and not just what you can hear.
I know, but when I got like close, it was just fucking booming. And I was like, I don't even fucking know what to do here. So, no mic discipline.
Killed it as the best man. The wedding was fucking sick. Yeah. Should we cover the wedding?
Sure. No.
All right.
I think Siwa and I did a pretty good job.
Yeah. Dude, I thought all the speeches were great, even though.
Oh, dude, her
brother murdered.
Yeah, I was like, destroyed. I was like, how the fuck are me and Siwa supposed to go up after this?
Well, it was lucky that the 2 sisters spoke before, so like he didn't lead off, and then everybody was worse than him. It was like, you know, he was in the middle.
Yeah, but me and Siwa still had to follow him.
Yeah, true.
Like directly after.
Yeah. So one of our buddies got married. 2 weeks ago. Yeah. The first of our friend group to fall to the marriage thing. I'm too drunk to fucking think of a word for that.
To marriage?
To marriage. It was a fucking beautiful wedding. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I still have hope that I will go to a nicer wedding.
I don't think so, dude. That was a fucking really nice
you gotta have hope. You gotta have hope.
I mean, we can hope for it, but I'm just saying.
But that was a very nice wedding.
Yeah.
Very nice. At a very swanky hotel. The food was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a speech at the rehearsal dinner. Very last minute,
I threw upon you?
Yeah, I had to come up with something on the spot.
Who was I going to choose, though?
Yeah, literally no one else could have. I kept it short and sweet.
And Tebow was locked into I don't even know what he was locked into, but he was locked into something that whole time.
Yeah, well, he's had a pretty serious battle with nicotine recently, so we should give him his space to handle that.
Well, that's why I don't live with him. You know what I
mean? Dude, he told me after the wedding that he was quitting nicotine for good and quitting alcohol for good.
No, sure.
All he's been doing is been bumming off of me.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
That's
get your shit together.
He did the same thing with cigs for me for a year and a half.
He did or I did?
He did.
He did. Yeah.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. I did bum cigs for the first year of me smoking cigs. I didn't want to buy a pack at all because I would have felt like a degenerate, but I ended up eventually buying packs. But the wedding was a fucking great time. I love weddings. We had a bachelor party the weekend before. I asked the guys at the house, what do you think was better, the wedding or the bachelor party?
The wedding.
The wedding? Yes. Fuck yes.
100%.
Dude, I was on the same page, but Seabud said bachelor party. I think Garv said bachelor party. Our bachelor party was up at Lake Placid, Lake Harmony. Not Lake Placid.
It was Lake
Placid. Yeah, Poconos. My bad. Not New York. Yeah. Lake Harmony up at the Poconos. We did paintball, which is apparently taking the nation by storm for bachelor parties.
Yeah.
You read,
7 bachelor parties.
Everybody is doing a paintball scenario.
Which I didn't know was popular, but apparently it was.
Yeah, it's definitely a new thing. There's no way this has been a thing for that long.
I don't know. I haven't
our original plan was to go to Miami and live it up in the city for a weekend, but COVID threw that off. So we ended up going to the Poconos and doing paintball during the day and just getting hammered with beer games at the house, which was beautiful.
That was tons of fun.
So nice, and it was a bunch of fun.
Yeah, I had tons of fun.
Even without any female strippers or anything.
I was wondering when that little slight against everybody was going to come into there, but
I maybe took it a little too seriously. I think.
I mean, hey, dude. My opinion was that if Zook wanted to do it, we should do
Zook
it.
Wants. We were supposed to make it happen.
Yeah,
but the group overruled Zook, which should never happen.
We're on the same page.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We were the two trying to push for it.
It didn't ruin your night. It almost ruined my night.
Yeah, you almost got into it. I was
yeah. Okay. I had to talk to TJ. TJ had to calm me down. Fucking yeah.
I fucking talked to you too. I was like, you just need to get out of the hole.
Yeah, you gotta get out of the hole. Yeah, can't spiral. Can't get stuck on those thoughts. But yeah, I would definitely take the wedding over the bachelor party. But I think that's just because I favor the fucking dance and everybody, the family getting involved. I danced with Mrs. Waddington. Yeah.
Here's my take on it.
Okay.
I could do a bachelor party more often, and I could have the same amount of fun doing that than I could a wedding.
True.
But if I'm gonna do one like that,
and to reach the highest highs, of fun.
Is the wedding. The highest, the lowest lows were definitely the wedding too. Being in that church, miserable.
Yeah, we were in a Catholic church that had just lost its AC during July, where the 3 days before were 90 degrees.
Yeah, awful.
And we were in monkey suits, full tuxes.
Yeah,
sweating, having had a few drinks before when we were getting ready. TJ was struggling.
Yes, he was.
Which
was fun to see.
It was fun. It's a good story, or something that happened. But yeah, I definitely favor the wedding. Even the rehearsal dinner was so much fun. Being able to
Yeah.
Talk to Mr. Z. See Mr. Z fucking choke up talking about his, baby boy getting married. You know?
I never thought I would see that.
Never thought I would see that. In a Hawaiian shirt and sandals, fucking like
chilling.
Yeah. And meeting Frankie's side of the family was pretty cool. And there was crazy overlap. Like Mackenzie Colburn was Frankie's side, technically, even though we went to high school with him.
Well, they were friends from Temple.
Yeah. And, I think I had met some of Frankie's cousins through some of my friends at Archbishop Wood before. Like, you remember Shane McFadden? He went to Temple a year below us.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it before.
Moved into our old house that we had in 1712. He was an Archbishop Wood kid. And I think I had met some of them at, like, parties before, them chilling because they're in the same grade. But yeah, it was crazy overlap. Everybody was out dancing. Everybody was having a good time. Even the older people, like the moms and dads, getting out there, fucking cutting up the rug.
Yeah,
fucking awesome. The band, they had a live band that killed it.
Killed it. The band was amazing.
They had 5 different singers that could cover every genre.
Yeah,
like. I think my favorite song that they played was I Wish by Stevie Wonder. I don't know if we can play it to get demonetized or whatever, but I'll do...
I think I know which one you're talking about.
The drop.
I think you have like 4 seconds before you have to pay for it on a podcast or something like that.
But yeah, wedding songs are the best. And the fucking dance party, like, everybody's having a fucking good time. The food was amazing.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I had a solo dance circle during that song. Got to break out a couple backflips.
Yes, I was super impressed by those backflips.
Really? You're still impressed by them, even though
tucked up and everything? I was like, okay.
All right.
I think you blew, Mano was blown away by you doing it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think he mentioned that.
Wow. I mean, I thought you guys would think that since you've seen him so frequently that it's not really a party trick to you guys anymore. It's my one party trick, and
it's still like impressive.
All right, I'm gonna try and hold on to it for as long as possible.
For sure.
Like, I want to be able to do backflips in my 40s. That would be sweet. A 40-year-old doing backflips, nobody sees that.
I would be impressed.
Yeah. But yeah, me and Mano tried to coordinate an entire routine together, and he ended up throwing out his back because it was too slippery on the dance floor. He lost his footing.
That one hurt. I could tell that hurt.
Dude, he took a couple tumbles that night.
I wouldn't trick him going into the closet thing.
Yeah, I don't even think we could even explain that to the viewers, but we tried to do a prank on our buddy Chris Mano, and there was a closet off to the side during the cocktail hour of the reception, which had a very slippery ramp, and we were in very slippery Tux shoes. And we set him up for quite the fail and brought him into the closet. There was a hallway down into the closet and then a ramp, what was it? It was plywood, right? The ramp?
Wood material? Yeah, it was some sort of wood. It was kind of loose.
Yeah. So we had set up a buddy to try and scare him at the end of the ramp, but even before our buddy was able to scare him, he just loses his footing and goes full horizontal and lands on his ass. Fucking hilarious. That was such a good time. I mean, the Hotel DuPont is a
great place.
Gorgeous hotel. I mean, old money. I felt super lonely in my King Suite, though.
It was kind of cool that you had it, but I was like, why the fuck did you pay for this?
It was the only room available. I was super late to the booking because I'm lazy. And the cheapest room that they had available was a king suite. So I get a king bed to myself and like a whole living room and so much space. Like I was saved by Garv coming in to
I had a whole room there.
make coffee in my room. I don't know if it was the booze or something, but it was just so lonely in there. So much space.
Yeah, it was
just for me.
So much area.
Yeah. We had the after party in there. The after party was a little lackluster. It ended up just being me and the Waddingtons.
I mean, I was there, but like I didn't really want to be there.
I can feel that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I was exhausted, dude. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, there was a lot of dancing going on. I sweat through my tux completely. It looked like I had jumped in a fucking pool. But yeah, Kate Waddington, if you're out there seeing this,
slide in. Is that what you're trying to say?
I would like to see her again. I mean, it would be cool. But she told me I missed my shot.
You did?
Yeah. Did I tell you about this before?
I don't think you told me that. No.
Oh yeah. You were aware of like the whole setup and stuff though, right? Where like Amy and Peyton were being kind of my wing women,
No.
gathering information.
I honestly wasn't involved. No offense in all that. I really didn't give a shit.
Yeah, no offense.
I had literally one goal to get through that goddamn speech.
Get through the best man speech and then get hammered.
Yep, that was my literal only plan to do anything was to get through that best man speech, make sure I didn't fuck it up completely, and then scotches.
You nailed it. You nailed it, buddy.
I think we did well.
Yeah.
I think we'll cheers to that.
Yeah, I'll cheers. Cheers to that. Yeah, the speeches were great, but there was a single blonde chick that I could have made a move on and was too hesitant to. And we tried to set up a after party situation where it would give me another opportunity, but I missed yet again.
Yeah, how'd you miss the second time? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple chances on the dance floor. But then they were like, just invite everybody up to your room for some after party drinks. And we drank like bottles of wine and stuff. And then it ended up just being me, her, and like 6 of her cousins.
Which is kind of weird.
And like I ended up having to play host because we're in my room. I have to like entertain and, play music and stuff. And got 0 1-on-1 time. Got her number the next morning. Like hungover as fuck.
What, the breakfast thing?
No, not at the, I came down to go to the breakfast thing and she was with her family, like getting ready to leave. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm hungover as fuck. How you guys doing? Can I get your number real quick? And she was like, yeah, sure. Okay. And then as soon as I got her number, I ran away. I was like, okay, I got what I wanted. I need to get out. And
came away with something.
Yeah, and then I texted her. I was like, hey, I'd love to set something up and we could see each other again. And she was like, I'm booked up for the foreseeable future. I'm going to be down at the beach for the rest of the summer and then I'm going to school. And I was like, oh, so I missed my chance, huh? And she was like, haha, yeah, you did.
Oh.
And I was like, damn, that sucks. But cheers to you, Kate.
Yeah, I would just move forward on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too hung up on it. I do hate missed opportunities, but not that big of a deal.
We live and you learn.
For sure. And I don't know if, it's not like me and her were going to hit it off that night and fucking...
Get married?
Yeah.
That would be kind of funny, though.
That would be. I mean, what's the most romantic way to meet somebody? At a wedding.
Is that the most romantic?
That's got to be top 5, right?
I don't know about that.
What? Name 4 others. It's definitely not online. Online is the least romantic.
I wasn't going to say
I'm just establishing some boundaries here.
Okay, all right.
Most romantic way
at a beach.
Somebody.
At a beach.
Okay, number 1.
Vacation.
Yeah, vacation's huge.
Okay, we'll go vacation.
Vacation specific to beach.
Yeah,
I would think it would be because vacations could be internet. Number 2 is an international travel.
Travel.
Okay.
We'll make
we'll make
during a crisis. I think so.
Really? Okay.
Not like a financial crisis, but you know what I mean? Like
meet during a pandemic. You're locked in the same room.
well, not exactly what I was going for, but like getting.
Okay, I can see that. I think that's more in movies. I don't think regular people are meeting during crises.
We're basing it off of.
Kind of. Life imitates art. Art imitates life. Bring it back to earlier.
Right? Exactly.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
All right.
A crisis situation. Even if it's a small one. Say a street scuffle.
Yeah. No, a mini car accident. No one gets hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
No,
I see what you're at now.
See what I'm going with?
I like it. I like it.
And then,
That's 3.
WNBA. Sports.
Now you're fucking with me.
Now we're playing sports together, all right? It's a bonding moment.
Sporting events. I will. You know, you're both fans of the Seattle Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're sat next to each other.
And you get the kiss cam.
Yeah, you get the kiss cam. Random kiss cam.
That's what I'm saying.
You know? Yeah, kiss cam. All right.
There's 4.
That's 4. That's good. Okay. Wedding's number 5.
Fuck. I gotta get back into this.
I love weddings, though. It's a giant dance family friend party. That's all I want ever. All the time.
I have never been to a wedding that size before.
How many weddings have you been to before that?
2.
Same. As an adult, 2. Like I think I went to a couple as a kid that I like barely even remember.
Well, I'm saying I was a teenager for one of them, and I was like
it doesn't really
19 or 20 for another one. So
it doesn't really count. But my sister's and her best friend's wedding were, I mean, you can't beat it. Like everybody is on the same level, on the same page. Like they all want to dance, get drunk, and have a good time. They want to cut loose. Even like the old aunts and uncles, like they're getting wild.
It's getting weird.
Yeah, like Tim and his dad. You remember that like old guy that was like kept jumping into the dance circle and like.
Yes.
You know, like
and then the kid that was in the room.
Yeah, the kid that was dancing with him was his son.
Yeah.
Like they fucking killed it. It was so fun to watch, participate in. Fucking love that shit.
It was good. I'll give them that.
Yeah. I don't think you can beat a wedding for party
atmosphere.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like
not.
Concerts don't beat it. Regular house parties for sure don't beat it. You know, like it's just top notch everything. Top notch alcohol, top notch food, top notch atmosphere, top notch music.
Yep.
Like it just hits all at the same time. I don't. You make a good point though that I couldn't do a wedding every weekend.
No, like TJ and Rachel are just going to weddings like all summer.
Yeah, that would kill it.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
It would kill the magic.
Yeah, it'd be way too much for me.
So much. Although I would like to get maybe one more wedding this summer. Invite me if you're getting married. Yeah, I'm a great party guest.
Yeah, I'm fun.
Yeah, I could have been a wedding crasher if this was the 80s. Could have been. Could have, should have, would have.
All right, so I got a title in. Fuck. How do I keep doing this?
You still trying to figure out the editing?
So I added a title, and I was trying to show it to you. To the beginning.
Ooh.
Of the video.
A title screen.
Yeah, a little title screen for us.
Ooh, okay.
Right, I'm trying doing this on the fly here. So you give me a little bit.
I'm not mad at it.
But I somehow keep exiting out of all this stuff. I'm trying to like minimize it and I can't get it back.
What kind of laptop is that?
Microsoft
Surface.
Or no, it's a the new Samsung Galaxy Book Pro or something like that.
When did you get it?
A month ago? 2 months ago? Something like that?
Nice. I got the laptop we're streaming on at the beginning of the pandemic. Thank you, big government. for those checks. Is there another one coming? I keep seeing news articles about if another payment is coming there.
Yeah, I saw like a 3,200 or something like that, maybe.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Fuck. 3,200 would be huge.
That's what I was saying. But
Damn.
that's just what I.
Yeah, it's in the grapevine.
All right, now I gotta get this to play. Without. Damn you! I'm focused on the editing right now.
Hey man, that's all right. Let me dive into my notebook here.
Yeah,
see if I can bring up some interesting topics. Let's get into this. All of these are just fucking vulgar as shit. Guys, you ever let your pubes grow out maybe a little too much and you jerk off and get some cum in your down low afro and think to yourself, is this what chicks deal with when we cum in their hair? Because this is awful. Like, I got family members listening to this.
Yeah.
Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty gross, dude.
I just saw a commercial for a fishing rod that shoots the lure out like a Nerf pellet. Is the younger generation just running out of shit to piss off old people? Like, you're just fueling the back in my day speeches that happen all across America. Like, back in my day, you had to cast the...
Yeah.
Not funny. Okay, gotcha.
I got where you're going.
Do you ever just wake up in the middle of the night in a panic thinking, how the hell am I going to afford my kids' braces as a single man with no kids?
Okay, that's a good lead one. I like that.
Yeah.
Break the ice a little bit.
I used to buy into conspiracy theories, but I realized they're very childish. It's almost idealistic to think a large group of people are capable of executing plans. When's the last time you had a job where everyone was competent enough to commit to the same thing for longer than a week? Because that's what is required to pull off a legit conspiracy, everyone being on the same page and having a certain level of ability to execute this plan. I'm pretty sure every conspiracy theory can be disproven with incompetence.
Okay.
It's like a half-baked premise. I don't fuck with amphibians. Choose a fucking side. Yeah, frogs can suck a dick. Be a reptile or be a fish. When you get the squirts after a night of drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon, call that a pap smear.
All right, I think I got this.
Ooh.
Nice. Here, let me show you this. I gotta cut it down a little bit. Probably shave off 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's not bad though. I like that. The caps and lowercase mix up. I like it.
The lowercase I was a spelling error or a typo at first, and I was like,
it looks good.
That kind of works.
I fucks with the lowercase I. Uppercase I, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Look too much like a lowercase L.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to make it,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I like it a lot.
Set duration. Let's do. It's at 10 seconds. Let's set to 6.
6 works.
All right, let's see here. We got the title of each episode underneath.
Nice, dude. That's smooth. Hell yeah.
Good deal.
Okay, get some production involved. I like it.
It only took me 30 minutes to make an intro
Yeah,
slide
really.
that was already here.
Oh my! How long have you been at this?
Oh, it's a long time. It's a long time. All right, this editing might take longer than I thought it was going to take.
Checks and balances between your brain, heart, and dick. Dick is the executive, heart is the judicial, and brain is the legislative.
Okay.
These are all premises. This is not so much funny here. Sorry, people. Steam room at the YMCA is a diverse part of town. Ugh, it smells like cooked Hungarian in here. Man. The Hungarians aren't a race, right? It's a nationality.
Yes. Sure. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Where's Hungary? It's in the Eastern Europe.
Yes. I believe so. All right. Cool. All right, we got some editing here. We're, we got some editing. All right. So
we're trying, people.
Here's what we're gonna do before you post this. Don't post it. Let me edit it first. Add some stuff, and then I can post it on YouTube. I mean, I'll at least add the intro and shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see where it puts us out once we end stream, and then I just won't hit
publish.
Publish video. Yeah. I'll let you get in there and fiddle with it.
Yeah, cool. Because I was just fucking around with the first one. It's already posted anyway. It's not like we're gonna repost it. So I was just fucking around with the first one and kind of seeing what we can do.
Yeah,
I can go back in. So what I do is just download the videos and then put it into the system, and I can like take clips and stuff. That
would be huge. And I can post it to my Twitter. Poor York at Nathan Copper on Twitter.
Check us out on TikTok as well too. Big Boss Meat Sauce.
If you're into my pontificating ramblings, Twitter is the best place to get a feel for where I'm at. I don't post every day, but you'll find some interesting things on there. Maybe think of me differently, but I'm willing to accept that.
But fuck you, I'm funny.
Fuck you, I am funny. God damn it.
Ooh. Add a little sparkles in here. There's gotta be a way to like delete time in this area.
Oh, stars, huh? Okay, golden
Just
stars.
Find a little intro part to it. You know what I mean? This isn't sticking around, but this is what we can do.
That's okay. I don't mind it at all.
All right.
Maybe make those cascading stars actual like dildos. Slippers.
Or
make them slippers.
Okay, slippers. I was thinking dildos.
Yeah, I don't know. I do have a vision for our icon on. Like instead of it being an S for slippers, it being like a pair of house slippers that are like sliding down a ski slope or something.
Okay, I can dig that. I'm not very artistic, so I wouldn't be able to
Yeah, we would have to find something on clip art or something, exactly. Something free use. We're not artistic in the practical sense.
Yeah,
for sure. Like I used to draw comics as a kid.
Yeah, I used to draw too, but I feel like every kid draws.
True. I have to pee again. And one more time. One more break. We're almost done, people. Stick with us.
I wonder if I can move this. What does crossfade mean? Whoa. Ooh. Right, you can like put it all in to like one thing. So this is like two different effects here.
Nice. Now that is production.
Production value.
That is production. I feel like the viewers will really appreciate that.
Part of it's content, and part of it's production. Probably like 75% content, 25% production.
That is a favorable percentage. My goodness.
I know I'm really leaving you hanging here, but like I'm
locked
in.
You're in.
I'm locked in. You know what I mean?
I know you're locked in. I appreciate that. I do appreciate the work you're doing. Yeah, and all of this stuff in front of me is garbage. Sorry, guys. My joke journal is not as deep as I thought it was.
Okay. So I saved the video. Upload new video. Check files.
Oh, are you gonna be able to like repost it with editing in there?
Yeah, that's the game plan. Is I can upload it to the channel, and after all the edits and stuff, before like when you stop this.
Nice.
I think that's a move because I think I can do it here. Well, we can always valid.
Yeah, we're figuring it out over here. We're episode 4. We didn't, we're not a pre-production crew over here.
Right.
We're a very post-production team.
I'm like,
we're figuring it out on the fly. Bear with us. And that's bear as in BARE.
Yes. Maybe.
Bear with us.
I think so.
English is a strange language.
As it is. All right, I'm ready to call it. Come back later this week. I want to get some editing in. I want to try to edit this thing. So I'll post it. Just for some reason, it's.
Well, this is live right now, but I don't think we have access to anything we have right now for this.
Right, but before you still save it.
It'll be the channel live for sure. And I should be able to get into YouTube Studio.
YouTube Studio. Something I just downloaded.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's what I was just downloading.
Even in the beginning on our first episode or the second episode, I was trying to figure out how to download the file, and it wouldn't let me for some reason until it had been published for a few days. I don't know what the story is with that,
Really?
But yeah.
I guess I gotta save it .mov.
You still fucks with chess at all?
I haven't in a long time.
Yeah, it's a game that requires too much focus, especially for a guy like me. I played for a while during the pandemic with Johnny Kirshner, and I got really into it, but I just can't stay focused for long enough of a game.
Yeah, it's just I need to. I'd rather play like in person than I would.
Oh, for sure.
Like
for sure.
online.
For sure. But I think I might have Johnny in a few moves here. But we'll see. Do you think a lot of that shit translate to intelligence at all?
I think there's tactical intelligence and stuff like that, but I don't know about like. I don't know if you can like
actual
tell me about
IQ and
stuff.
Tell
me about black holes because you're good at chess. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Maybe the capacity is more.
Yeah. Since playing it, I think it's way more pattern recognition than actual intelligence.
Yeah.
I think most games are kind of built like that.
Well, it's because it's repetitive in a sense.
You're
mainly going to see a lot of the same opening moves, especially at our skill level, that you're going to
for sure
see over and over and over again, and then it's who can avoid making the first mistake.
Yes, it's a game of perfection rather than a game of strategy or ability.
Yeah, I don't think we're at that high of a level to kind of.
Yeah, the highest I've ever gotten, even in the puzzles, was like 1,300. Like they have a rating system.
Yeah.
And, breaking the 2000s is fucking ridiculous.
Takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication.
Yeah. You got to think like 8 moves ahead.
I don't got
Hikaru and Magnus, big shout outs. Anytime you want to be on the podcast, come on through.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got Twitch streams, I think. And
I have seen them play
YouTube
Twitch
channels.
streams.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Chess took over during the pandemic.
Well, it's because that fucking show came out, Queen's Gambit.
Oh right, yeah. Which was good. It was a good show.
I did think it was a good show, actually.
Yeah, I would have liked it better if it was a little bit more of a true story, but
yeah, it's not true.
It's not true at all.
I didn't know that.
Based on 0 real life events. I mean, I think there is like 3 or 4 female grandmasters, and they didn't grow up as drug addicts in an orphanage. You know what I'm saying?
Though
it would be cool
a great story
if they did. But there was no female who beat the Russians. And I've actually seen some recent stuff. Well, not recent as in when it was published, but recent to me. Like Bobby Fischer at the end of his career was saying how the artistry of chess is dead, and it's all pattern recognition and stats and shit. Like there isn't anybody trying new openings or new ambitious moves that are. It's all playing for the best end game.
Yeah,
it's not like attacking the king, going for checkmates. It's all pattern and computer shit, because computers are now more advanced than the best players in the world, best human players, which is unfortunate. Beat by computers yet again.
All right. I need to fucking.
Yeah, we should probably end this.
Yeah, I gotta go to dinner too.
We're going on almost 3 hours. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Why would we even do this?
I don't even want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? I'm done with this.
This is why we only do one episode every 3 weeks.
Yes, it's because we have 3 hours worth of
3 hours of mediocre material.
I don't know how to fucking save this.
We reached certain highs, but we definitely have some lows. We're going to work on
the past
eliminating the lows.
The past hour, I've been focusing on this. So
true. I mean,
that's
okay.
Let's just kind of handle this.
We're trying to make a better channel for the people.
I'm working on it.
Okay. It's all for the people.
Word up. Well, I think it's time.
All right.
Text my friends on my way.
Cup is empty.
There you go.
Shit is done. Good morrow, young gentlemen and young gentle ladies. Salutes. Firm handshakes.